It's 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
We welcome you back to the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. I'm Matt Robinson. Dustin White is alongside for the championship, the grand finale of this 90th Annual NTC Tournament. It's Altamont, the number 4 seed, taking on St. Anthony. They are the number 2 seed, and they're duking it out to see who the tournament champion is going to be.
Not an unfamiliar matchup for this NTC Tournament championship game as of late. St. Anthony and Altamont getting together. The seed's a little different than they've been in some of those previous iterations, but the schools continue to have solid programs. This year is no different. They both played extremely well in their semifinal games to get here, and really no reason based on how the teams have been playing as of late to expect anything other than a really, really quality contest here at Altamont to wrap up another great week of basketball at the NTC tournament.
The administration has done a great job. The NTC administration, the Altamont administration, everybody involved with hosting this tournament has once again done a tremendous job of pulling it together, dealing with the weather changes that were forced and all those sorts of things, professionally handled from top to bottom, and we appreciate them helping us out here to be able to bring you these games on our YouTube channel. Thanks to the efforts of Liz and Caleb. They have done a great job over there with Wayne helping out to set up some things. Thanks to Gail back at the studios engineering our broadcast. Dustin White and I have had a lot of fun throughout the bulk of the week, except on the opening night when Jeff Tunn was here, as he helped out with Dustin covering that Teutopolis and Effingham girls matchup on Tuesday night. But we're getting set for the big one. Earlier today, in the 7th-place game, it was Neoga defeating South Central 55-41. Consolation championship to North Clay as they defeated Windsor Sioux Straws 83-69. Cumberland took down the 3rd-place trophy as they defeated Dietrich 57-50 in the 3rd-place game. Now it's the championship. Upcoming, it's Altamont, it's St. Anthony. It's the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, and you've been listening to 97.9 XFM.
Dietrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Dietrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today. It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Spring registration is underway at Lakeland College. Apply today and prepare for a career or gain a new skill. Flexible schedules with in-person and online classes. Lakeland College. Education that fits your life.
VP Fire and Security wishes all the schools good luck at the tournament. Let us help keep your family safe and your business protected by providing a customized fire and security system. Play hard, stay safe.
This is the MERS Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Serving the area since 1935. Your authorized Lennox dealer.
Altamont High School hosts the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. It's St. Anthony and Altamont squaring off for the title. Conference historian Kurt Becker sent us along some notes earlier today, and apparently the bowler extraordinaire had time to gather this information for us, and we appreciate his effort. He says Altamont leads St. Anthony 4-3 in the all-time meetings in the NTC Tournament Championship game. Coach Reether and Coach Niedrige has split this title game 3-3. The last 2 times the number 4 seed, which is Altamont this year, won the title was in 1992 and 1981. They also did so by beating the 2 seed in that championship game. The number 4 seed has won the tournament on 5 occasions total in 1963, 1966, 1972, 1981, and 1992, with the seedings beginning in 1960. Altamont is trying to do something with a success rate of just 7.6%. That's 5 titles in 65 prior tournament seeds, or tournaments for the number 4 seed. And, of course, this is the first championship game without the number 1 seed participating since 1992.
That's the one that stuck out to me.
That's an incredible stat that the 1 seed has made it here every time since 1992. And we appreciate Kurt's information on all of this leading into this championship game, as this is the first time since 2015 the conference tournament has had 10 teams for boys basketball. And 2015 they had 10 teams. 2016 it was down to 8. 2017 through 2025 it was 9 teams. And 2026 we are now back up to 10 teams for the National Trail Conference. Of course, that comes with the addition of Cumberland to the tournament, and a wonderful addition it has been to not only the tournament, but to all of the sports in the conference as well.
Absolutely. Won the NTC girls tournament, finished 3rd in the NTC boys tournament. I would say that it was a good decision to bring them in, and they are competing right away.
Well, let's talk about how these two teams, Altamont and St. Anthony, made it to this championship game. St. Anthony, the number 2 seed, opened up their tournament play with a victory over South Central, 72-25. Then they put on an epic performance, especially on the defensive end, limiting the 3 seed Dietrich to just 36 points. St. Anthony in control of that game the entire time, won that one 61-36, propelling themselves to the championship game. Coming into the tournament, we knew the 4 or 5 matchup between Altamont and North Clay could be something special, and that game certainly didn't disappoint us. And we said right then, those two teams are both capable of winning this tournament, but if they do it, they will certainly have the most difficult road in order to achieve that goal. Well, Altamont got a 10-point victory in their opener on Wednesday night against North Clay, 75-65, and then Altamont held on to defeat Cumberland 54-50, with the 4 seed upsetting the top seed in the tournament in order to make their way to this championship game.
Yeah, I mean, if Altamont were to pull this off and beat St. Anthony, I mean, to beat those 3 teams in a week is something special. But when you look at the schedule that Altamont has played this year, really no surprise that they've risen to it. Nobody's played a tougher schedule in Class 1A than Altamont. That's a fact. And they've been pushing themselves. And at one point, they were about a 500 team, and Coach Nieberge said, it's nice that we're pushing ourselves. At some point, we got to start winning some of these. Well, they've started winning some of them, and I don't know how this is going to go, because the way St. Anthony played in the semifinals last night, it's going to take anybody's best effort to knock them off. But Altamont is certainly capable of doing it with the way that they are currently playing basketball.
But St. Anthony on the other side of the ledger is a 2A school, this team, after the multiplier for the fact that they, as a private school, went and finished in the Final Four last year in state. That moves them up to the 2A division. And you talk about a tough schedule. St. Anthony has played a brutal schedule for any team the size of schools that they are. Yes, they're 2A with the multiplier this year and will be for a few years to come. But they have challenged themselves. And it's no surprise in my mind that, honestly, the 2 teams with the 2 toughest schedules have found their way into the championship game here tonight.
I think that makes a lot of sense. And listen, St. Anthony went to state last year and graduated almost all the scoring off of that team. And I think it would have been reasonable to just assume that this might be a bit of a down year for them. But boy, this group right now is playing together exceptionally well. And they're just kind of picking up right where they left off, getting it from some different guys in some different ways. But I have been nothing but blown away by the way that they have played, especially since the tail end of the Christmas tournament. They're looking every bit like a team that can make another deep run in the postseason this year.
They certainly are, and you counter that with Altamont. Yes, they had some graduations, but they've got some experience back as well. And it's been just one of those seasons that Altamont has worked their way through, and as of about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, seemed to have turned a corner after falling to Dietrich at Dietrich. They turned around the next night and beat what was then ranked the number 1 team in the state in Woodlawn. And ever since then, they've been playing good competitive basketball.
I mean, good competitive basketball and finishing the job, I think, is the difference. They played some good teams very tough before that, but the difference was coming out with some W's, and now they're doing that.
Tonight's going to be a little bit of a different night here at Altamont, as always in the championship, as they will recognize the scholar athletes at halftime. They'll also have the Joe Milchman Scholarship awarded, as well as the cheerleading competition winner will be announced. That's something they've added to the tournament in the last couple of years. But the star of the show is the matchup between St. Anthony and Altamont. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We will come back with the starting lineups in the fifth. It's Altamont and St. Anthony. It's the National Trail Conference Tournament Championship. It's coming up on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
It's game.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. Call Mitchell or Sherry today at 217-690-3240.
Good luck to all our area teams. From Air Evac 28 of Effingham, when seconds count, we're proud to stand with our community, committed to bringing life-saving emergency critical care transport to rural Americans. Stay safe and play hard.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of Success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Life's little moments just got sweeter with cashback checking from Washington Savings Bank. Earn cash back on everyday debit card purchases because treating yourself or your loved ones should be easy.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
The attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Taylor Law Offices hopes that everyone enjoys the competition.
Get ready for tournament time. Teetopolis State Bank is proud to support local basketball and our hometown teams. With convenient locations in Effingham, Teetopolis, and Sigel, we're cheering with you every step of the way. Teetopolis State Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC. Good luck, teams.
Every pass, every play, every...
The Coles County Barber Shop Group just performed a wonderful rendition of the national anthem. Unfortunately, we aren't able to pick it up cleanly, and that's why we haven't been able to bring that anthem to you this week. But it was a wonderful rendition, as always, by that group, as we are getting set for the tip of the championship game of the 90th annual NTC tournament. It's Altamont. It's St. Anthony. They are battling it out for the top spot here in this 90th annual NTC tournament. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the St. Anthony Bulldogs. They're 16-7 on the season. Again, they defeated South Central 72-25, and they defeated Dietrich 61-36 to earn their way to this championship game. They will start Miles Waldoff. He's a shooting guard. He's a 6'1 junior. Wears number 3. He has 39 tournament points thus far. Averages 14.4 points a game. Joined by Aiden Laritzen. Laritzen, number 23, a 6'2 power forward. He's a senior. He averages 10 points a game, and he has 27 through the first 2 contests for the Bulldogs. Freddie Jansen, a 6'3 sophomore, wears number 25. Hasn't scored in the tournament yet. Missed the first game due to injury, or due to sickness, rather, and he averages 4.2 points in all games. Keenan Griffith, a 6'1 senior, runs the point guard. Very valuable position for Coach Brinker. Number 31, he has 20 tournament points. He averages 13 points a game. And rounding out the lineup, 6'4 sophomore Johnny Ganaway. He plays the forward spot. Ganaway averages 6.5 points a game. He has 16 tournament points for the Bulldogs. The Altamont Indians under John Niebrigi are 14-7 on the campaign. They defeated North Clay 75-65 and Cumberland 54-50 to earn their way into this championship matchup. Cooper Powell, the 6'2 senior, wears number 2. He averages 2 points a ball game. He has 5 tournament points, but he's asked to be a primary defender for the Indians. Cooper McManaway, a 6'2 sophomore, wears number 14. He averages 12.1 points a game, and he has 30 tournament points for Altamont. Jacob Johnson, the 6'2 senior, wears number 41. He averages 6 points a ball game, but he has 26 tournament points, and he has come up big for Altamont in this NTC tournament, joined by Zane Miller, the 6'2 junior, wearing number 42. Miller averages right at 10 points a ball game. He has 15 tournament points, and was Caruso coming down the stretch in the second half against Cumberland. And rounding out the lineup is Cade Melville. Melville, the 6'4" senior, averages just about 15 points a ball game. He has 41 tournament points to lead the Indians in scoring in both categories. And block shots, my guess could be rebounds. He does it all for this club, as John Nieberge's club is getting set to take on Cody Rinker's club here in the matchup of the championship game. And it will be officiated by Travis Wyatt, Steve Boswell, and Tim Leashy, as it looks like Steve Boswell is going to be your lead official tonight as we get set for action at a packed house, Dustin, in Altamont.
Yeah, not many seats left, if any. You might be able to squeeze in here, but my advice would be to fire up that live stream if you're not already and check this one out online. But yeah, everybody that's here ought to be treated to a really good one. This is just such a fun atmosphere. Love to be right here in the middle of it.
Johnny Ganaway is going to be jumping it up against Jacob Johnson of Altamont. The officials check with the scorer's table and check with one another. Steve Boswell tosses it in the air. The tip is controlled by Altamont, and we are underway as they knocked it in the backcourt. Zane Miller hands it off to Cade Melville, and he sets things up against St. Anthony's man-to-man. Takes it to the left wing, leaves it in the corner with Powell. Powell sends it out to Miller. Miller works to the right side on Ganaway, got to the block, was shut off, sends it out to McManaway. McManaway flips it back to Zane Miller, who goes around a McManaway screen. Now out top to Johnson. Johnson to Melville. Melville, double team, got it to Cooper Powell on the left side. Powell's now picked up by Laritson, puts the dribble down, circles around, gets into the lane, takes it to the left side. Shot no good. Weak side rebound picked up by Ganaway, and St. Anthony will have their first opportunity of the night. Griffith crosses the timeline. Altamont's man-to-man. They go high post to Jansen, now to Griffith, who caught it at the high post. He brings it over on the wing to Laritson, left side to Ganaway. Ganaway bounces it out top to Jansen. Jansen hands it off to Griffith. Griffith fires a three, left it short. Rebound Melville. He's on the run for Altamont. Pushes it up the court. Got to the left side. Shot off the glass, rolls off, no good. McManaway tips one off. It's missed. This rebound's off the hands of Griffith, and it'll stay with Altamont under the basket.
I obviously thought Melville was going to finish that one. He gets that close to the rim, a lot of times it's going to be 2 points.
Inbound from Powell to McManaway in the left corner. He takes the left baseline, spins back, puts up a tough shot. It's off the front of the rim, bounces over, no good. Rebound grabbed again by Johnny Ganaway of St. Anthony. Leaves it with Keenan Griffith, who brings it up court. Wanted to hand it off to Waldorf. Ball got knocked loose. McManaway went for it on the floor. Couldn't get there. It's picked up by Ganaway, and St. Anthony slowly resets the offense. They get it to Waldorf. Waldorf's not going to wait around. He takes it to the left side, puts up a 15-footer. It's no good. Rebound tapped by Laritson back out top, and it's handled by Keenan Griffith. So it's 0-0, a minute 45 into the ball game. Griffith's got a step, took it to the baseline. Before he got to the basket, there's a bump and a foul.
Cooper Powell's going to draw that one, or pick that one up, rather. His first personal. Obviously, St. Anthony's first of the game as well, as we're just a minute 45 in.
Inbounds from the baseline, out top. Jansen makes the catch. Works to the free throw line. Ran into Powell. Now sends the ball out to Griffith. Griffith over to Laritson. Got a step to the left side. Takes it to the basket. Melville, help defender, blocks the shot. Zane Miller grabs the rebound. He got it to Melville. Melville got into the lane, started to stumble, got a pass away to Johnson. Johnson sends it out to the wing for a three from Miller. It's no good. And the ball is out of bounds. They stay off of Altamont. Griffith was right there on the baseline, but apparently it slipped through his hands untouched, according to the official.
The crowd doesn't agree, but I'm going to say it's leaning about 60-40 Altamont in here.
5:44 on the clock as they work at the Waldorf right wing. Screen and roll. They hit it Ganaway underneath. He puts up a shot. It was left short. Got his own rebound, though. And Johnny Ganaway puts it up and in for the first 2 points of the ball game, pretty much 2.5 minutes into the contest.
I mean, I think both teams a little keyed up right now. Good for St. Anthony to see one go down.
St. Anthony switches to his zone defensively. They're looking to trap with a 2-3. McManaway has it in the corner. He's used up his dribble. It's knocked away by Waldorf. It hit Coach Cody Rinker, who was out of bounds.
I'm pretty sure the Bulldogs were playing a zone in the half court the last time, too, which is you're not looking for. You're not expecting it. They're primarily a man team, but they're giving you a little bit different look.
And it's a zone again, but they really extended out to the perimeter. Melville from the center circle looks to Miller on the left wing. He bounces a high post to Powell's underneath the Johnson. Went for a shot inside. It's blocked by Ganaway, and Larisson grabs the rebound. 3 minutes into the first quarter, Griffith across the timeline. St. Anthony leading 2-0. Pass to Waldorf on the right side. He squares up for a three as the defender went for the steal, didn't get it. Long rebound. Ganaway has another board. Got it in the corner to Waldorf. Moves to the wing for a three. It's no good. Rebound, Zane Miller for Altamont.
Hey, Ganaway's got 4 boards already and the only 2 points of this game so far.
4:40 on the clock as Melville walks across the timeline, gets the screen, fires up a three. It's way short. McManaway saves it inbounds. Ganaway controls it. Wanted to get it to a teammate, though, and Johnson knocks that pass out of bounds.
And in case you were wondering if everybody's a little keyed up right now, how often do you see Melville miss everything on a shot like that? But he just left that thing short, maybe a little off balance, but not a bad look for him as we see McManaway have a seat for the Indians.
Parker Bell comes in to replace him as St. Anthony looks to add their 2-0 lead. 4:22 on the first quarter clock. Larissa makes the catch on the left wing, brings it to the top of the key. Now over to Griffith on the right side. Griffith directs traffic, asks for a screen. It comes from Jansen. He got around it, left it with Ganaway out top. Now Waldorf, a quick move to the left baseline, sends it in the corner on the opposite side to Larisson, out top to Griffith. His three no good. Rebound bouncing around, and Larisson has it in the corner for St. Anthony. He tried to get it back out top to Waldorf. Cooper Powell kicked it into the Altamont bench, and it will be St. Anthony ball. The inbounds from the sideline.
Another sub for Dietrich. They're going to get Blake Berg into the game, and having a seat is Jacob Johnson.
Oh, Altamont makes the switch there as St. Anthony inbounds from the sideline. Leaves it with Ganaway, who takes it down to the left side. Got it to Larisson. Larisson made the catch along the sideline, brought it all the way out to the center circle. Got a screen, takes it to the right side. Can advance towards the basket. Left it with Waldorf, who brought it to the top of the key. Now back to Larisson, right side. He works it out top to Griffith. Griffith on the left side of the center circle calls out the offense against Altamont's man-to-man. They go to Ganaway right side. High post Jansen over to Larisson left wing. Out top Griffith. Takes the three-man flash at him. Griffith takes it strong to the basket, and he finishes on the right side for the first 2 points. Altamont rushes it up court to Bell, who made the catch under the basket, and as he worked his way back up for a shot, somebody got him. There was a couple of choices for St. Anthony.
Good recognition by Bell of where he was in relation to the basket. Too far under to go right back up. He uses his rear end to clear some space, and then patiently lets the defense come down on top of him as he goes up with that one. Johnny Ganaway picking up the first foul of the game for the Bulldogs.
Free throw for Bell is up and good. Parker's been a starter for this Indians tribe throughout the first half of the season. The coach Nieberge made a switch with him and Powell. He likes the punch that Bell gives coming off the bench on the offensive side.
Contributing almost right away. Second free throw on the way.
It's on the way. It's good for the junior. He has Altamont's first 2 points, and it's 4-2. St. Anthony with the ball and the lead, and we've almost played 5 minutes of this game.
There's been some good looks, but so far nobody's gotten any of those to drop.
Altamont to a 1-3-1 zone. Ganaway and Griffith playing catch out top as they pass it from side to side. Ganaway has it now on the left wing. Looks in the corner for Larisson. Larisson brings it out to the wing. Jump pass across to the right side to Griffith. Now to Waldorf in the corner. He slings it across to Ganaway to Larisson on the wing. He's on the left side. Gets it back to the center circle to Griffith. Now again to Larisson left wing. They bounce it, try to get it high post. Altamont kicks it. It was either Berg or Melville. Either way, the kick ball gives it to St. Anthony, and they'll rule it under their basket.
Going to get Blake Burdine into St. Anthony. Ganaway has the seat for the freshman. Burdine into the game for the first time. Also, Cooper Powell sits down for Altamont.
Cooper McManaway comes in to replace him. Griffith looks the inbounds from the baseline. Got it in the corner to Verdine to Jansen. They swing it right wing now to Griffith. He backs it out, backs up with McManaway. Gets a step, stops, Three-pointer on the way. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound Melville. Quick pass ahead to Bell. Bell takes it to the basket on the right side. Layup good. Parker Bell with 4 points early, and we're tied at 4 with 2:22 to play in the first quarter. Called off up court to Larissa to Griffith. Now the Verdine left wing. Back out top to Freddie Jansen. Jansen looks on the baseline for Verdine. He gets it right back out top to Larissa. He takes it to the left side, puts up a shot, no good because he's fouled. And Larissa heads to the stripe for a pair of free throws.
I mean, Larissa, as the season has gone on, has grown more and more willing to really attack the basket. He's strong, and he's pretty sure-handed with the basketball for a kid who didn't play last year. And he's able to get himself to the free throw line here off the foul against Blake Bird.
Free throw on the way for Larissa is good, as he has his first point, and St. Anthony leads 5-4. Freddie Jansen's going to check out. Gabe Lumen will come in. Lumen, the 6'7 junior, has played much more minutes and much better minutes lately for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he had a fantastic night last night.
Free throw on the way for Larissa is up. It rattles home. He had his second point of the night, and St. Anthony's up 6-4 with 2:07 on the clock. Full court pressure from St. Anthony. Altamont fires it ahead to Bell, who's double teamed, slips out of it, looks inside to Berg. Berg takes it to the basket. Shot from the right side, rolls off, no good. Rebound Verdine to Larissa. Larissa up to the left wing, brings it back out to Verdine. Verdine hands it off to Larissa, across to Griffith, in the corner to Waldorf. He steps to the baseline, covered up by Bell. Tried to pass out of it. It's picked off by Zane Miller. He's taking it to the basket. Drives to the right side. Zane Miller lays it up and in. He has his first 2 points, and we're tied at 6 after St. Anthony turned it over for the first time. Verdine lobs it to Larissa. Out top to Lumen. Lumen from the top of the key, a couple of dribbles, hands it off to Verdine. Verdine moves to the left side of the top of the key, fires a three, it rims out, long two, shot no good, rebound Miller. Miller to McManaway, up court, shot is no good, but a blocking foul is whistled. Verdine was trying to set up for the charge, but the official said he wasn't there in time.
First foul for Verdine, second team foul for the Bulldogs. A couple of free throws coming up from McManaway. Boy, Parker Bell has played fantastic since coming into the game. He's got 4 of Altamont's 6 points, and he had Berg set up for one there, too. Just couldn't quite finish it.
Manaway's free throw is on the way. It's nothing but net for the sophomore for Altamont. He has his first point, and Altamont has their first lead of 7-6.
Berg sits. Cooper Powell's back into the game. They're subbing pretty frequently, are the Indians.
Both teams will. As McManaway puts this free throw up, it rattles around and comes off no good. Lumen has the rebound for St. Anthony. Flips it to Griffith, or flipped it actually to Waldorf, who got it back to Griffith. Now the head to Larissa, to Verdine, out top of the key to Lumen. He hands it to Griffith. Griffith picked up by Melville on a screen. Now McManaway switches back out top to him at the center circle. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Griffith still on the dribble. Got it to Waldorf right side. Extended. He's going to take it towards the baseline. Stops, pops, tough jumper over fouls, no good. Gave Lumen, though, an offensive rebound. Puts it up from 8. Left it short. Rebound Bell. Ahead to McManaway to the right wing. He brings it on the dribble and now passes it out top to Melville. Melville's got Lumen on him, matched up one-on-one. Fakes, got a pass to Powell. Now across to Miller. Back to out top to Melville. Steps, fakes, fires a three. Shot no good. Rebound Keenan Griffith. 24 seconds on the clock. St. Anthony bringing it across the timeline. As they leave it, Larissa to Verdine. Verdine fakes. Nice move to the baseline. Help defense collapse on him. He spins, passes it out top to Lumen. 13 seconds on the clock as Waldorf sends it to Verdine. Back to Waldorf.
Verdine has one shoe on his foot at a point right there.
6 seconds on the clock as Griffith has it to the top of the key. Now over they go to Larissa. They don't know the time. Larissa at the last second chucks it towards the basket from the volleyball spike line, and it's off the mark, no good. Altamont has a 7-6 advantage after one quarter in the NTC Tournament Championship game. They're enjoying it on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. Call Mitchell or Sherry today at 217-690-3240.
Good luck to all our area teams. From Air Evac 28 of Effingham, when seconds count, we're proud to stand with our community, committed to bringing life-saving emergency critical care transport to rural Americans. Stay safe and play hard.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of Success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Low scoring first quarter. Altamont leads 7-6, Dustin.
Altamont 2 of 11 from the field, 3 out of 4 at the line, 0 for 3 on his three-pointer. St. Anthony 2 of 13 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line, 0 for 5 on its threes. St. Anthony out-rebounded Altamont 12-9. Bulldogs had 1 turnover. That's 1 more than Altamont had in that first quarter.
Wow. Jansen with it over to Verdine as St. Anthony has it to start the quarter. They skip past it over to Griffith. He drives to the left side. Shot rejected by Melville. Loose ball rebound picked up there by Jansen. He goes to the baseline, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Altamont. McManaway pushing it ahead to Bell. Bell under the basket, picks it up and in. Off the bench with 6 points, and Altamont leads this one 9-6.
Melville hasn't scored, but he's blocked 2 shots.
7:23 on the clock as Laritson works it to Ganaway left side. Bounce pass out top, read by McManaway. He gets the steal, drives to the right-handed layup. It's good. Altamont now leads 11-6 with 7:11 on the second quarter clock on McManaway's first field goal, and he has 3. Griffith across the timeline to Ganaway in the corner to Laritson. Laritson brings it out top, gets a screen from Jansen, picked up now by McManaway. Used up his dribble, needs some help. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Melville robs it from behind. He's driving for the layup on the left side. Got it to go as he was challenged by Verdine. Altamont took advantage of the second turnover here in the second quarter for St. Anthony. And St. Anthony takes the timeout. 6:46 to play in the second quarter. It's Altamont 13, St. Anthony 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Life's little moments just got sweeter with cashback checking from Washington Savings Bank. Earn cash back on everyday debit card purchases because treating yourself or your loved ones should be easy.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
.46 on the clock, 13-6. Altamont's ran out to a 7-point lead, and they've turned defense into offense. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Blocked shots, steals. They've made buckets out of all of it here in this second quarter. 3 for 3 from the field, all on runouts off of that stuff.
Wilson out top with it, takes it to the right side, hands it to Verdine. Verdine across the Ganaway, way out on the left wing. Puts it on the dribble with the right hand, got to the elbow of the free throw line. Had a little trouble, bounces it to Griffith in the right corner. He takes it to the baseline, cut off by Powell, brings it out to the wing. Now tries to go baseline again, cut off by Powell. They send it out top to Verdine. He's got a foot in the center circle as he works it back to the right. Now again to the left. Looks for Ganaway, way out on the Indians logo. Has it on the left wing now. Has picked up his dribble. Pass tip. McManaway tipped it, took it away. Now it's a loose ball scramble right in the middle of the court. We've got a jump ball called with 6:04 to play in the second quarter, and 13-6 is your score still.
The possession arrow favors Altamont, assuming that was a jump ball, and that'll be St. Anthony's 3rd turnover of the quarter, 4th of the game.
Coach Gabrick was saying, I was asking for a timeout when we had possession on the floor. The officials didn't see it that way.
When did anybody have possession? I'm not sure anybody ever had singular possession of that basketball.
Maybe for a split second at most. Altamont looks at a little pressure out of the zone from St. Anthony. They fired across to Miller. He's on the left wing now. Gets it out top to McManaway. McManaway from the center circle has picked up his dribble. Bounces it again to Miller right side. He's double teamed out there. Splits out of it with the dribble, and the ball bounces to Cooper Powell at the high post as it was knocked away. Powell picks it up, hands it to McManaway. He jump stops in the lane, left it underneath with Miller, and Miller traveled with it before he got a shot off underneath. Altamont's first turnover
of the game.
Yeah.
Hey, Flex tells me that we got almost 1,000 people watching on the YouTube live stream. And my advice is if you're one of those people, call your friends, tell them to fire it up too. Let's get that number rising.
It's a great ball game as St. Anthony now inbounds. They get it to Laritz high post to Jansen. Freddie Jansen puts it on the floor, leaves it with Griffith. Jacob Johnson's back on the court for Altamont. He picks him up defensively. They go to Verdine across to Waldorf. Waldorf shook free for a second. Now goes high post to Jansen. Right back to the cutter. Waldorf underneath. He lays it up and in.
Nice little two-man game between Jansen and Waldorf there. And Miles able to finish around the rim. Took a little bit of contact at the end of the play.
Altamont gets it across the timeline after a couple of passes. Melville now to the center circle to McManaway. McManaway uses up the dribble. Double team. Tries to split out of it. There's a reach and a foul.
That's Verdine. That's 2 for him. He's the one who was reaching there, so a couple for him. First team foul for the Bulldogs this quarter.
So Altamont will look to inbounds from in front of the St. Anthony bench with 4:57 to play in the first half. 13-8, Altamont leads this one. As they inbounds in backcourt to Melville. Melville calls out the play. Now gets it on the side to Bell. High post to Powell. Powell's in the lane. Sends it over to McManaway, right wing. McManaway holds. Back high post to Powell. Now underneath to Johnson. Johnson brought the ball down, and Miles Waldorf ripped it away. Altamont's second turnover on a fine defensive play there from Waldorf.
That's going to get Nate Lurkins off the Altamont bench checking in for the next dead ball. He'll come in.
Verdine tried to get it over on the side to Waldorf, who had a little trouble with the catch. Regathers, gets it out top to Jansen, who finds Griffith heading towards the basket. He's cut off on the left baseline. Circles it out to the wing, now out top to Waldorf. McManaway knocks it loose. It's rolling on the floor. They're diving all over for it. Griffith has it on the timeline. And finally, there's a jump ball called. Altamont's questioning whether or not that's an over and back. But again,
and meanwhile, Griffith is saying, I was trying to call a timeout, although if it's a jump ball, it's St. Anthony basketball anyway. But I understand that. I don't know. Did it get knocked loose from him by an Altamont player or so? Then that would not be a backcourt violation in my mind.
And I think that's what happened. As it was a scramble. Once Altamont knocked it loose, nobody ever gained possession again. So, with 4:11 to play in the second quarter, 13-8 your score still. Scoring's kind of gone a little stagnant here.
It has.
But with these two defenses, that's not a big surprise. Inbounds in backcourt to Keenan Griffith. He walks it across. Altamont's man-to-man. They leave it with Waldorf left wing. He brings it to the top of the key. Takes the three. It's blocked by Bell. Jansen saw it, though, in the middle of the lane. Grabbed the loose ball rebound. Turns, puts the shot up. And Freddie Jansen got fouled. So halfway through the second quarter, Jansen will head to the free throw line. His club trailing by 5, looking to get a little closer.
Yeah, Waldorf trying to create a little space for himself at the top of the key, but really just couldn't ever make that room. Bell got a hand on the shot, but Freddie Jansen, Johnny on the spot with the offensive board, and he's got his first of 2 free throws down.
Bell's going to get a good hand when he goes to the bench for Altamont. McManaway joins him there as Zane Miller comes back with Blake Berg. They're running with Cooper Powell as well as Cade Melville and Nate Lurkin. Free throw on the way is good. Jansen hit them both. St. Anthony's had 5 players score, and they've got 10 points. Altamont crosses the timeline, leading 13-10. They get it high post to Lurkins. Lurkins turns, spins into the lane, leans in, shot no good. Powell's on the other side, got the rebound, and brings it back out top. Handed it to Miller, back to Powell to Melville. Right wing three, it's off the heel of the rim, no good. Waldorf battling against Miller for the rebound, and Lurkins came over and got it on the sideline. Handed it to Miller. Miller tried to pass it along the baseline. That pass was right at the feet of Blake Berg and skipped past him for a turnover. Altamont's third of the quarter. 3:32 on the second quarter clock. St. Anthony brings it across the timeline as they work it to Laritz. Challenged out there by Miller. Those two are going after it. Laritz kept the trouble going and eventually got it over to Griffith. Griffith way out on the right wing. Puts the game away screen. Now brings it to the top of the key. Picked up by Melville. Shakes left. Puts up a three. It's off the mark. Rebound Powell. Ahead to Melville. St. Anthony's back defensively, so Melville waits for help as he got to the timeline. Balls out to play with 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. They go baseline to Lurkins. He gets his Powell's screen. Now dribbles into the lane and gets it back out to Powell. Out top to Melville. Melville matched up with the Laritz and then the man-to-man this time. They get it to Berg at the high post in the corner to Miller. Lane three is off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound tapped, and we've got a foul whistled against Altamont. Berg was battling between a couple of Bulldogs. A long rebound. He tipped it, and the officials say he pushed to get to that spot.
That's 2 for Berg. Johnny didn't care for that one too much. Definitely one that's not going to be popular with the orange and black.
2:35 on the clock in the second quarter as Griffith brings it across the timeline. Wouldn't have been popular with St. Anthony if there had been a no call as well. Griffith picked up the dribble, had to stretch out to keep the pivot foot down, but he eventually got a pass to Jansen. Now to Lorenzen, who tries to throw. He's picked up by Berg. He hands it off to Miles Waldorf, who looked under the basket, and I believe it was Johnny Ganaway. No, it was Freddie Jansen picking up the finish underneath. So Jansen has his 4th point of the ball game, and it's now 13-12. Altamont gets it high post to Powell. He looks to Melville right side. Melville high post to Lurkin. Lurkin splits between defenders, got it back out to Melville. Again to Lurkin's in the middle, takes the shot, goes to the baseline, puts up a shot, blocked by Ganaway. Rebound to Berg. Berg tries to get the rebound again after he missed that one, and Berg is going to be called for the foul here.
Well, that's 3 for Blake. That's probably going to be it for his first half.
Again, Lurkin head to the bench with 1:49 on the clock. Manaway comes back in with Parker Bell.
Well, Lurkin's Altamont doing some good things to get the ball in the middle of the floor and get to the rim, but got a shot blocked in there. Good defense from St. Anthony.
And with it to Griffith. Griffith works off his screen. Brought it to the lane. Back in the corner to Jansen. Freddie 3 from the corner. No good. Weak side rebound. Tracked down after a bounce by Zane Miller of Altamont. Minute 30 on the clock as they get it ahead to Millville to Powell in the corner to Bell. Bell thought about the 3. Didn't pull the trigger and now has used up his dribble. Bounces it to Powell's on the wing. Powell's matched up with Ganaway as it's man-to-man for St. Anthony. Powell's works to the top of the key, leaves it with Miller. Miller to the left side, out in the corner to McManaway. McManaway back out top to Powell. Great defense from St. Anthony here as they work at the Bell on the right wing. He gets to the free throw line with the dribble. Had it knocked loose, and Lorenzen is called for the reach.
Hayden gets his first. 2 team fouls for the Bulldogs.
Exactly a minute on the clock here in the second quarter. It's Altamont 13, St. Anthony 12. Entertaining. Inbound, split to Melville on the wing. Out top to McManaway. He works to the left side of the lane, picks up his dribble. Double team, needs help, and flips it back out top to Miller. Miller hands it to Melville. Right side of the center circle. Leaves it with Miller. Now off to Powell. Powell's at the center circle, challenged by Lorenzen. Got away from him. Now brings it back to the top of the key. Hands it off to Zane Miller, who works down the left side of the lane. Got to the block, looks for the cutter. It's McManaway. Got underneath with the jump stop. Little shot is a little too strong. And the rebound to the weak side, grabbed by St. Anthony. Griffith fires it ahead to Waldorf. He takes the baseline, gets inside. Layup good. Miles Waldorf has 4. St. Anthony has the lead back. 20 seconds on the clock. Altamont gets it ahead to McManaway quickly. He busts to the basket on the left side and draws a foul against St. Anthony.
And quick back up the floor for Altamont there, and they have a chance to get right back out in front with a couple of McManaway free throws. The foul belongs to Freddie Jansen, first for him, third for St. Anthony.
17.1 seconds on the clock as McManaway is at the line. The free throw rattles home. He has his 4th point of the night, making it 14-14. 17.1 seconds on the clock, and we're going to see a St. Anthony substitution. Here comes Cooper Sahe for the first time, replacing Freddie Jansen.
Jansen's going to go have a seat, and he'll be replaced down on the low block by Johnny Ganaway as he'll get higher up on the line there.
Free throw on the way for McManaway is off the rim, no good. Rebound Lorenzen, 14-14 the score, 14 seconds on the clock as Griffith walks it to the timeline. Altamont man-to-man. Griffith goes right. Picked up by McManaway on the switch. Got to the baseline. Tough turnaround jumper as well, short. Belleville, the rebound, has time. Got to the half-court line. Launches it from half-court. It went between the backboard and the basket, and then it stuck and fell in to give Altamont a 3-point lead on a shot that came about a step beyond the half-court from Cade Melville.
Knew exactly how much time he had as soon as he got that rebound. Looked up at the clock, knew exactly what he needed to do, got as close as he could and put that one up and in. Quite an exclamation point for Altamont to end the half on after St. Anthony was sort of taking the momentum away there toward the back half of that second quarter.
A lot of activities will take place here at halftime. We're going to take a 60-second break and come back with the halftime show brought to you by the Compass Advisory Group. We'll let you know what's going on here at the half. We'll get you Dustin stats as well, all from the championship game of the National Trail Conference Tournament. It's Altamont 17, St. Anthony 14, with the teams in the locker room here on Classic Hits 97.9.
Hello, Jake from Northside Ford.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
The attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Taylor Law Offices hopes that everyone enjoys the competition.
Get ready for tournament time. Teutopolis State Bank is proud to support local basketball and our hometown teams. With convenient locations in Effingham, Teutopolis, and Sigel, we're cheering with you every step of the way. Teutopolis State Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC. Good luck, teams.
Every pass, every play, every moment. Powered by speed you can trust. American Fiber Network, your local internet service provider, proudly supporting area schools and wishing all the teams the best of luck this week. Call them today, 217-367-1578.
Clients grow and protect their wealth. Call Kirk Strohmeyer at 217-347-9697. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC.
Here at the half of the National Trail Conference Tournament, it's Altamont 17 and St. Anthony 14. Each year, each member school of the National Trail Conference enters the name of one boy and one girl. Qualifications are GPA and having completed in 2 varsity NTC sports during the course of their junior and senior year. So that is the criteria to be a possibility for the National Trail Conference scholarship. They will bring out those 2 that are recognized from each school, and then they will announce the winners of those scholarships, 1 female and 1 male. So while Dustin works through the stats, we'll tell you who they are calling out from each of the member schools of the National Trail Conference. From Altamont, Kaylee Lurkin and Cade Melville. From Beecher City, it'll be Rebecca Macklin and Gage Hart. From Brownstown, it'll be Olivia Claycomb and Lucas Powell. From Cowden Herrick, it'll be Timber Watson and August Cosart. From Cumberland, Anna Shoemaker and Austin Becker. From Dietrich, Callie Fowler and Trevor Crutcher. From Neoga, Emily Frankie and Cole Morgenthaler.
Yes.
From North Clay, Faith Jones and Cade Atwood. From St. Anthony, Lily Ganaway and Aiden Laritzen. From St. Elmo, Leela Wright and Keelan Spiegel. From South Central, Lauren Johnson and Logan Byers. From Sioux Straws, it'll be Brentley Durbin and Tyler Vonderheide. And from Windsor, it's Cameron Carey and Seth Rinker. And once everyone has received their plaque and have been recognized individually from each of these schools, they will then announce the winner. We've announced them to you this far. So, Dustin, why don't you take this opportunity to go through the stats, and when they announce the winners, we will pass that along.
All right, so team numbers for this game, Altamont, 30% shooting in the first half, 6 of 20 from the field, 4 out of 6 at the free throw line, 67% there, and 1 of 6, 16.7% from three-point range. St. Anthony, 22.7% shooting from the field, 5 out of 22 from the floor, 4 out of 4 at the line. That's 100%. I can do that math in my head, and I can do this math in my head, too. 0 for 8 on their three-pointers, so they are at 0% there for the time being. Rebounding and turnovers pretty darn even. Altamont and St. Anthony knotted up at 17 boards apiece, while the Bulldogs have turned it over 4 times to Altamont's 3. Individually, the Indians have gotten 6 points off the bench from Parker Bell. He hadn't missed a shot yet. 2 out of 2 from the field, 2 out of 2 at the line. He's got a rebound and a blocked shot as well. 5 points for Cade Melville, including that 3 to beat the buzzer at the end of the second quarter. He's 2 of 6 from the field, 1 for 4 on his three-pointers, 3 rebounds, 2 blocked shots for Cade. Cooper McManaway, 4 points. He's 1 of 4 from the field, 2 out of 4 at the line. He's got 2 rebounds and an assist. And then 2 points for Zane Miller. He's 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 on his three-pointers. He's got a team-high 4 rebounds. Cooper Powell hasn't scored yet. He's 0 for 1 from the field with 2 rebounds, while Jacob Johnson is 0 for 1 from the field. That was a 2-pointer that he missed there. Nate Lurkins is 0 for 1 from the field. He's got a couple of offensive boards. And Blake Berg is 0 for 2 from the field. He's got a rebound on the offensive glass. Those are the 8 that have played for Altamont so far. St. Anthony, 4 points for Miles Waldorf on 2 of 7 shooting. 0 for 3 on his threes with an assist. 4 points for Freddie Jansen, 1 for 3 from the field. Missed the only 3 he took. Went 2 for 2 at the line and has 2 rebounds, both on the offensive glass, to go with an assist. 2 points for Aiden Laritzen, 0 for 1 from the field. 2 out of 2 at the line. 3 rebounds for Aiden. Keenan Griffith has 2 points, 1 of 7 from the field. He's 0 for 4 from three-point range. He's got 2 rebounds. He's got an assist. Johnny Ganaway has got 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. He has got 2 blocked shots. He's got 6 rebounds. That's more than anybody else in the game. So 2 blocked shots, 6 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds for Ganaway. Blake Verdine 0 for 1 from the field. That was a 2-pointer he missed. Gabe Lumen 0 for 1 from the field. He's got a couple of rebounds. And Cooper Sahe played a little bit there in the first half. He has not attempted a shot. St. Anthony also going 8 deep. And the Bulldogs have quarters of 6 and 8 for their 14 points, while Altamont's got quarters of 7 and 10 for their 17. It's a 17-14 Altamont lead here at halftime.
Thank you very much, Dustin, for working through those numbers here at the half, as they are still introducing the individuals from each school, boy and girl, that has been nominated for the National Trail Conference Scholarship. And then, once they make it all the way through, the winners of the scholarship will be announced to this large crowd at Altamont in a gym that is certainly warming up, as we are in an exciting NTC championship game, albeit low scoring, 17-14 at the half. Keep in mind, the Joe Milchman scholarship will be awarded after the ball game. That's where they take all the senior boy basketball players, whether they played 1 second or whether they're a star. They are all available as long as they are on the roster and a part of the program, this National Trail Conference tournament. Sports fan that loves baseball and basketball, and his family has kept his memory alive with this $500 scholarship that they will award later tonight. The cheerleading competition winner will be recognized as well as all tournament team members, and of course we'll find out the champion of this National Trail Conference tournament. So they're getting ready to take the picture as all the kids have been announced to the crowd, as they are taking a picture from both sides of the court. Then they will announce the winner here of the NTC scholarship. So congratulations to all of these kids for putting the effort in to this to the high school sports and academic career. The winners are from Altamont. Kaylee Lurkins has been announced. Kaylee, the winner of the ladies scholarship, and the gentleman's scholarship, won by August Cosart. So congratulations to Kaylee Lurkins and to August Cosart on winning the National Trail Conference scholarship for the athletes. Laritzen and Bell, run off to their locker rooms now to get some final instruction after they were recognized as being scholar athletes from their individual schools. We're going to take a 90-second break. We'll come back with the second half of action, all on the Compass Advisory Group halftime show. It's Altamont leading St. Anthony 17-14 at the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
While the action heats up on the court, take a charge against pests driving into your home. Arab Termite and Pest Control keeps the defense up to protect your investment from any unwanted pests all season long. See a bug? Call Arab. Protecting your home is always a slam dunk.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Diedrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC Tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today. It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
We welcome you back to the National Trail Conference Tournament. It's halftime at 17-14, Altamont leading St. Anthony. They did go ahead and announce the winner of the Joe Milchman Scholarship Program, as Joe Milchman was an avid sports fan, and he loved baseball and basketball. He was a referee and an umpire for 25 years, and Joe really loved the National Trail Conference Tournament. He attended for 48 straight years. He would sit down to our left in the black chair seat when I was here and joined the tournament, and Joe was as well. Well, Joe passed away in January of 2021. In his memory, his family has created a $500 scholarship. And again, any senior boy basketball player in the NTC is eligible. His daughter, Paula Jones, drew out the winner, and it was Cade Atwood of North Clay. That is this year's $500 scholarship winner of the Paul Joe Milchman Scholarship.
Saw Paula's son, Mark Jones, sitting up behind us with his wife, and they're expecting a kid as well. Mark is the junior high boys basketball coach at Neoga now and a PE teacher there, and a big fan of NTC stuff in his own right, a Stewartson Strasburg graduate. So lots of good, deep NTC ties in that family, and that continues right on to this day.
Well, they put 4 minutes on the clock after the scholarships were all awarded. The Altamont Pep band, their drum line, is entertaining the crowd here at the half, as always is enjoyed here. Altamont's on the court going through their warm-up. St. Anthony still down in the locker room, now emerging as we are getting set for the second half of action. So we'll take a 60-second break. We'll come back with some keys to the rest of this game, as it's Altamont 17, St. Anthony 14, the NTC Tournament Championship on Classic Hit 97.9 XFM.
What was that?
Either your floorboards are crunchy or the termites just moved in and they brought snacks.
Oh, great. First the ants invaded the kitchen. Now we've got termites hosting parties in the walls.
Time to call Arab Termite and Pest Control in Effingham.
Will they get rid of these bugs?
Absolutely. They've got over 100 years of combined experience, cover a 100-mile radius, and their treatments are kid and pet friendly.
They send these bugs packing permanently, right?
Yep. Just ask about their maintenance agreement. Keep the bugs out all year.
See a bug?
Call Arab.
Hi, I'm Lauren Meinhardt, a certified financial planner with Smith Moore. If you're looking for a smart way to save for retirement, a Roth IRA could be your answer. With a Roth, your money grows tax-free, and when it's time to retire, your withdrawal.
Spring registration is underway at Lakeland College. Apply today and prepare for a career or gain a new skill. Flexible schedules with in-person and online classes. Lakeland College. Education that fits your life.
VP Fire and Security wishes all the schools good luck at the tournament. Let us help keep your family safe and your business protected by providing a customized fire and security system. Play hard, stay safe.
Membership is strong on the YouTube channel, over 1,000 views thus far, and hopefully still counting, as St. Anthony and Altamont are locked in a good one here at the half. as Altamont around their coaching staff getting some instructions. St. Anthony finishing up their warm-up. And boy, Dustin, it's a low-scoring affair. So if either team can get the offense going here quickly in the third quarter, that would really be a big boost to their hopeful victory.
It seems like it would be a big deal. St. Anthony missed some pretty good looks in the first quarter. In the second quarter, I feel like they took some shots that were pretty challenging, maybe more challenging than they needed to be. But listen, they D up so well. They've been showing Altamont some different things, playing that zone. Like you talk about extending that 2-3 out, way out beyond the perimeter and really being aggressive with the trapping. And that means that even if things aren't clicking for them offensively, then, listen, they're still going to stay in the game. Altamont, the only reason they're ahead is because of that Melville 3 right at the end of the half. And he threw that one up from just inside midcourt. So really pretty much as even of a first half as you can get.
It certainly was entertaining. It's Altamont ball to start the second half of action. St. Anthony is showing the zone defensively on this first look as Melville asks Miller to come get it. He takes it across the timeline and leaves it with Powell. They go high post to Melville. Melville swings into the lane, sends it out to Powell, left side 3, off the front of the rim, and bounces up over the backboard, and it'll belong to St. Anthony as Altamont misfires from deep on their first trip.
Well, the dribble penetration for Melville allows the open shooter. Plenty of room for Powell there. Just wasn't able to knock it down. But obviously that St. Anthony defense is going to collapse on Melville when he gets in the paint like that.
Man-to-man for Altamont as Griffith has the top of the key, hands it to Waldorf. Takes the 3, man in his face, he buries it. We're tied up at 17 as it's 7:25 showing on the third quarter clock. Across the timeline, Altamont looks to set the offense. They've got it with McManaway on the right wing. Low block to Johnson on the short corner. Had one pass knocked away. Got it back. Got it to Melville. Melville put up a shot in a crowd, and he got fouled. Cade Melville heads to the line as he will try to get Altamont the lead back.
Johnson was kind of in no man's land down there along the baseline, and I wasn't sure he was going to be able to find anybody with that basketball, but somehow got it into Melville's hands in traffic, and he draws the foul. That's 2 for Freddie Jansen.
Free throw hit the front of the rim, the backboard, and came off the side of the rim, no good. So it remains 17-17 with 7:11 to play in the third quarter. Miles Waldorf taking a little time to tighten up the shoelaces there. Now the officials say everybody's ready to go. They bounce it to Melville. He takes 2 dribbles, spins it in his hands, puts the free throw up after the deep knee bend, and that one is good. So Melville splits the pair. He has 6. Altamont's up 18-17. Griffith crosses the timeline, gets a little screen, takes it to the right side, cut off by Zane Miller, sends it off to the left wing to Ganaway. Out top to Laritson. Laritzen's pass is knocked loose. McManaway gets the steal, takes it to the right side, got the layup to go. The whistle came because Laritson got up on the backboard, and it would have been good even if it rattled off because they would have ruled it basket interference.
A couple of times McManaway has picked off a pass and gotten out on the run and gotten that breakaway layup. He's up to 6 points now, and Altamont back up by 3.
So with 6:53 on the third quarter clock, Altamont has a 20-17 advantage after the layup. Ganaway has it on the left wing as it's bounced to him by Griffith. Griffith circles the top of the key, looks for Laritson. Laritson under the basket, triple teamed, out to Griffith. Corner 3, left short, rebound Altamont. Nothing but Indians there for the board as Zane Miller picked it up after the hop.
That's his 5th rebound of the game.
He left it with Powell. Powell walks across the timeline, still has the dribble going. Now works to the left side, backs out to the wing. He's picked up by Laritson. St. Anthony man-to-man this trip. He got it over to Miller. Miller goes to Melville. Backdoor cut. He got to the basket. He laid it up and in. They overplayed Melville. Both teammates recognized it and got him the ball, headed to the hoop. 6:05 to play in the third quarter as Griffith brings it over to the left side of the top of the key. Sets the screen for Waldorf as he hands it to him. Waldorf takes a tough jumper from just outside of the lane, about 10 to 12 feet away, and Miles got that to go.
He had a tough shooting first half, but he's hit the first couple he's put up here, and if they get him going, that's going to be a big deal. Now Griffith gets the steal from McManaway and gets the timeout.
Yep, McManaway was across the timeline, hemmed in along the sideline. Griffith got it knocked loose, and it's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well. It's Altamont 22, St. Anthony 19. It's the championship of the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
VP Fire and Security wishes all the schools good luck at the tournament. Let us help keep your family safe and your business protected by providing a customized fire and security system. Play hard, stay safe.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
St. Anthony trails by 3 as they inbound the ball from the sideline. 5:40 and counting as Keenan Griffith crosses the timeline. Brings it to the right side. Hands it to Waldorf. Waldorf stops at the top of the key. Gets it to Ganaway. Ganaway, left side of the top of the key. Finds Griffith in the corner. Fakes the 3. Gets to the baseline. Tries to pass out of it. It's knocked down and picked up by Miller. Miller to Melville. Over to McManaway. Layup. Good. Cooper McManaway with 8. Makes it 24-19. Altamont's lead is up to 5.
Off of St. Anthony's second turnover. What a fast break for Altamont. Great passing.
Griffith looks to Jansen. Jansen on the left baseline. Gets a step on Johnson. Bits a shot up. Gets bumped and fouled. Somebody got him on the arm. It's Johnson or the help Miller. And we'll wait and see.
It's going to be Johnson. That's one for him. First foul for the Indians this half.
They've let them play.
Pretty much.
But it hasn't gotten out of control. Officiating crew so far is doing a good job, in my opinion. As the free throw is up for Jansen, he has his first one down. Makes it 24-20 as Jansen has 5 tonight. He hadn't scored in the tournament until this championship game, but of course he missed their first game. Next one on the way for Jansen. Off the heel of the rim, no good. Long rebound. Ganaway has it for St. Anthony to Griffith to Lauritsen. Wide open 3 from the wing, no good as it hits off the heel of the rim, and Melville high for the rebound for Altamont. He controls as he'll bring it off court as St. Anthony backs off. They'll pick up in the man-to-man. 4:44 on the clock in the third quarter. Melville got a little screen from Johnson. Tried to get it on the wing to Waldorf. Waldorf picked off the pass. He's driving for the layup. Back to challenge was Miller. The layup short. Rebound picked up by Jansen under the basket. As he works for a shot, he's fouled. And Freddie Jansen goes back to the charity stripe with 4:36 showing in the third quarter.
Now, on the other end of the floor, how did Waldorf manage not to step on the sideline or dribble it over the sideline? I mean, tremendous footwork there to get that steal and get it down the other end of the court in a hurry. Didn't get the shot to go. He took a little contact as well, but Jansen there to clean it up and get to the free throw line.
He hits the first free throw this time. Jacob Johnson sits. Parker Bell is in. 24-21 the score. St. Anthony trailing, but they're at the line trying to get closer. And Leslie Jansen puts the free throw up. It's nothing but net. He has 7 now in the ball game for the Bulldogs. And it's a 2-point affair, 24-22. St. Anthony appears to be picking up in the half-court man-to-man as Melville walks it to the timeline, gets the top of the key to Miller. Miller with a 1-4 low setup. Tried to go on the dribble to the left side. Ganaway knocked it loose. Miller picked it up.
Yeah.
Then Ganaway reached it again.
He finally did too much there to Johnny Ganaway. You could see him get him across the arm as he was trying to swipe that one away. The first attempt might have been clean. The second one definitely wasn't. 2 fouls for Johnny. 2 fouls for the Bulldogs this quarter.
Freddie Jansen earns a breather as he heads to the bench with Blake Burdine coming in to replace him. Altamont inbounds from the sideline to Melville in backcourt, working on Griffith. Spins, goes to Miller out top. Miller from the center circle, back to Melville. He got a step, spins into the lane, now kicks it out to Bell. Left corner 3 is short. Rebound is contested. It's bouncing around. Who did it hit last? It's out of bounds off of St. Anthony. It'll be Altamont ball under the basket, and the officials talk, and they say, yeah, it hit him on the head when he was on the out of bounds on the baseline. So it'll be Cooper Powell triggering the inbound. If he can find somewhere to go. Has to lob it in the lane. Melville made a catch, and he was fouled on that catch as he was sandwiched between Bulldogs. He put a shot up and somehow got it to go, but clearly was fouled before the shot.
That one belongs to Keenan Griffith, his first, St. Anthony's third of the quarter.
Inbounds in the corner to Melville. Skips it on the left side to McManaway. Bates to the basket. splits defenders and gets the shot up and in. He's in double figures, the first player to be there, and Altamont leads by 4. 3:45 on the clock. Griffith gets the screen, looks across for Laritzen. Laritzen out top to Waldorf. McManaway gambled for the steal, didn't get it. Waldorf squares up for the 3, and he buries it. It's 26-25. St. Anthony trailing by 1 after they knocked down that 3. Now Altamont got it up court to Parker Bell. Bell had it knocked away by Waldorf, and it's out of bounds to Altamont along the sideline. 3:26 to play in the third quarter. 26-25. Altamont leads by 1. They have it to inbound. Fowles is looking, going to fire it all the way in backcourt, tracked down by Cade Melville. Melville in no hurry, brings it over to the right side, matched up with Griffith. Griffith picks him up as Melville moves back towards the center circle. Now he's picked up his dribble, wanted to leave it to Miller. They miscommunicate. Getting the steal is Ganaway. Second Altamont, third Altamont turnover turns into a Ganaway layup, and St. Anthony has the lead back 27-26. Altamont rushed it up court. St. Anthony was back. Miller tries to split a double team. Waldorf, the help defender, rips it away. Then Miller tries to get it back. He trips up Waldorf.
Waldorf needs to calm down a little bit.
Yes, he does.
I don't know exactly what he's so upset about.
They called the foul, and then Waldorf flipped the ball back at Miller.
He's very lucky.
Yes.
That wasn't seen by anybody.
Besides us, I guess. So with 2:58 on the clock, St. Anthony has wrestled the lead away, 27-26. Freddie Jansen back in. Johnny Ganaway going to sit for the Bulldogs. They will have an opportunity to add to their lead for the first time in a while.
That foul went against Zane Miller, by the way. That's first for him, 3 for Altamont this quarter.
Altamont's in a 1-3-1 zone. They've switched to that after playing man primarily. They showed it a few times in the first half. Verdine has it out top. Skips it to Laritzen. Laritzen on the left side. Bounces it back right side to Verdine. Verdine will skip it in the left corner to Griffith. Griffith goes up high to get the pass and then leaves it on the wing with Laritzen. Nice take. Splits the defense. Gets inside. Shot no good. Jansen another offensive rebound out to Griffith. He buries the 3. Keenan Griffith with 5 now in the ball game. Altamont takes the timeout. It's St. Anthony 30. Altamont 26. It's a 60-second timeout for the Indians. We'll take one as well. You're listening to the National Trail Conference Championship game on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. Call Mitchell or Sherry today at 217-690-3240.
Good luck to all our area teams. From Air Evac 28 of Effingham, when seconds count, we're proud to stand with our community, committed to bringing life-saving emergency critical care transport to rural Americans. Stay safe and play hard.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Life's little moments just got sweeter with cashback checking from Washington Savings Bank. Earn cash back on everyday debit card purchases because treating yourself or your loved ones should be easy.
2:15 to play in the third quarter. St. Anthony now leads 30-26. Altamont had built a lead by as much as 7 in the second quarter. The 4-point lead St. Anthony has now matches their largest that they built in the first quarter. It's a pick and roll. It's Melville to Miller. Miller to the hoop on the right side, no good. But there's a big putback bucket for Altamont as Jacob Johnson got the rebound and sticks it up and in. 30-28 to score. A minute 50 on the clock. Laritzen handles at the top of the key. Leaves it over to Griffith. Griffith directs traffic. Now takes it towards the basket. Leaves it in the corner with Laritzen. Laritzen on the right side finds Waldorf on the wing. Fakes the shot. Now gets it in the corner to Griffith. Griffith uses a Waldorf screen. Spins. Goes out top with it. Picked up now by McManaway on the switch. He's out top in the corner. Now crosses over. Gets to the top of the key. Finds Verdine. Minute 20 on the clock. St. Anthony is spreading the court. Verdine attacks the middle. Now leaves it out top with Waldorf. And as he turned to make the pass back, somebody from Altamont bumped Verdine on that pass.
It's going to be Parker Bell picking it up. First for him, fourth team foul for Altamont.
Aiden Larison going to sit down. I think that might be for the first time tonight as Johnny Ganaway comes in to replace him. Griffith trying to get the ball inbounded from the baseline. Got it over the head of McManaway barely to Waldorf. Waldorf a dribble, a three, it's up, it's good. Miles Waldorf with 15 makes it 33-28, a 5-point lead for St. Anthony.
11 of those 15 here in this third quarter.
Altamont looking for an answer. They've got it with Zane Miller right side of the top of the key. He gets to the free throw line, backing in. There's a reach and a foul whistled against St. Anthony.
They have really been trying to pick on Zane whenever he puts the ball on the floor, trying to wrestle it away. It's worked a few times. That time a little too reachy. And Verdine picks up his third foul. Last common foul the Bulldogs had to give in this third quarter, which has got just 58 seconds left in it.
Altamont's Cooper Powles will trigger from the baseline. His team in a box around the lane. Powles directs a little traffic. Still has to find somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Melville right at the timeline. Verdine almost got a hand on
I was going to say, that's what I thought. He almost got a fingertip on it.
They got it in the middle to Powles. He got it in the corner quickly to Bell. Bell's going to be double-teamed down there. Splits out of it. Keeps the ball strong. He got it to Melville in the middle to Powles again. Powles back to Melville. Fakes the three. Gets into the lane. Leaves it out with Miller. Miller fakes the three. Got a baseline now in the short corner to Johnson. Johnson under the basket. Tries to get out of it. And a reach and a foul whistled against St. Anthony.
Boy, you pick up the ball on that right side of the floor where Altamont did, and you're lucky you can save your possession against a team like St. Anthony that trapped him there, but somehow got it into Melville's hands, reversed the court, and eventually results in a couple of free throws here for Jacob Johnson.
Johnson puts the first one up. It's good. Jacob has his third point of the night, making it 33-29. Altamont back within 4. Again, 32.8 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Waldorf picks up that foul for St. Anthony. That's his first.
Johnson, the 6'2 senior, at the line for Altamont. Puts this one up. It's good. He buried them both. Altamont's within 3 in this low-scoring affair. There's 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's St. Anthony 33, Altamont 30. Altamont back to the 1-3-1 zone. Griffith picks up his dribble, lobs it over to Verdine. Verdine, with 19 seconds, gets it in the corner to Ganaway. He will pull the trigger on the three, and he buries a big one. Johnny Ganaway with 7. Makes it 36-30, a 6-point lead for St. Anthony. 10 seconds on the clock. Melville's double-teamed at the timeline. Looks underneath for Johnson. Johnson works inside. Got a shot to fall. And now the inbounds to Griffith. He throws it the length of the court and actually grazed the light. And that caused it to be dead as the three-quarter court shot was off target. As we head to the final period of action of the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, it's St. Anthony 36, Altamont 32. High school basketball on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Hi, this is Kathy from Bartle Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
The attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Taylor Law Offices hopes that everyone enjoys the competition.
Get ready for tournament time. Teutopolis State Bank is proud to support local basketball and our hometown teams. With convenient locations in Effingham, Teutopolis, and Sigel, we're cheering with you every step of the way. Teutopolis State Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC. Good luck, teams.
It's St. Anthony ball to get the fourth quarter started. They lead 36-32.
St. Anthony was 7 of 11 from the field in that third quarter, 3 of 4 at the line. 5 of 7 on its three-pointers. Altamont 6 of 9 from the field, 3 out of 4 at the line, 0 for 2 on its three-pointers. 4 rebounds for each team. Altamont with 4 turnovers. St. Anthony with 2.
Griffith handling out top, handed it to Waldorf, spotted the lane to the basket, got cut off, hands it to Larison, who had a little trouble with the catch, but he got it to Jansen underneath the Ganaway. Tried to go back to Jansen, cutting down the lane. The pass was mishandled, and it's a turnover for St. Anthony. Altamont comes out of the pack with it. Melville to the right side, taking it towards the basket, but he lost the handle. Waldorf picked it up. He's free to go to the basket. Powell came back to challenge. He prevented the layup, so Waldorf will have to earn it at the line.
That third quarter was 22-15 in St. Anthony's favor. So, again, the score was 17-14. Altamont at halftime. Team scored as much in the third quarter as they did the entire first half. And now Waldorf, who had a fantastic third quarter, has a chance to get his fourth started at the line.
Junior from St. Anthony puts the free throw up. It's good. He has 16. He leads all scorers.
That's 3 fouls for Cooper Powell. Obviously the first one of the quarter for the Indians.
Waldorf takes a few dribbles, puts this one up, left it short, rebound. Bell has it. Waldorf reached in, trying to get it back, and he commits a quick foul.
Only 2 for Waldorf. Don't know how necessary that one was, but listen, he's getting after it, being aggressive early in the quarter. Ain't really fault him for it, just got a little carried away.
5-point lead for St. Anthony, 37-32. Powell to the timeline, now over to Miller. Miller on the left wing, high post. They get it to Melville as St. Anthony's gone back to the zone. To Miller, short corner to Johnson. Johnson on the right side, double teamed. Bounced it to Melville, but Melville couldn't handle that short, quick pass. It's picked up by Jansen ahead to Waldorf. He goes for another layup. He's fouled again, and again I think it's going to be Powell.
4 fouls for Cooper Powell.
And these last 2 really weren't of his making, other than just trying to get back and challenge and prevent an easy bucket.
Trying to make sure the Waldorf didn't just get an easy layup. But next time that happens, he's going to have to let it go.
Free throw up and good. Waldorf has 17 now in the ball game. Powell is going to sit. Cooper McManaway comes in to replace him. A deep breath for Waldorf. St. Anthony leads by 6. Free throw rims off, no good. Miller does control the rebound. I thought he was going to lose it out of bounds on the baseline. But they get it ahead to McManaway, back to Melville. Melville in the lane, had the ball bounce off his foot. Now he's on the floor with 3 Bulldogs tying it up. Possession arrow is going to keep it with Altamont. But Altamont's been a little loose with the ball here in the first minute and 8 seconds of this quarter.
Loose with it being hassled more, don't know. Probably some combination of both factors. But, they're going to have to be able to take care of it these last 6 minutes, 52 seconds.
Taking a little time to mop up some of the perspiration on the floor. The officials are taking care of it. And Steve Boswell, Tim Leasty, and Travis Wyatt are handling the whistles in this championship game. It'll be Altamont to inbound the ball from the baseline. And it looks like the Indians are setting up in a box around the lane with Zane Miller being the trigger man this time. So the officials are satisfied. We're ready to go. Well, almost. Now they talk to a player or two, and the inbound is triggered from Miller to Melville. Back in the corner to Melville. Miller again to Melville, left wing. Skips it across the Bell. Bell underneath to Johnson. Johnson between a couple of Bulldogs trying to make some space, and the officials caught him with the lean in, and that's an offensive foul whistled against Johnson.
That's the third turnover of the quarter already for Altamont. 6:42 to go. So they've taken good care of the basketball for the most part. This opening minute and 18 seconds of this period, not so much. 2 fouls for Johnson.
6:35 on the clock as St. Anthony goes into their offense against Altamont's man-to-man. Ganaway out top to Jansen. Pass tipped, but it made it to Waldorf, who tracked it down. Now high post to Jansen. Into the lane with the runner. It's good. Freddie Jansen has been huge in this one for St. Anthony, who takes their largest lead of the night of 8 points. Miller across the timeline to the left wing. Gets it out top to Melville. Melville looks over the defense. It's the zone again. They go to Miller. Now high post Melville. Skips it over to Bell. He fakes the 3. He drives inside. He eludes the defender. Puts a little floater up and got it to go. Parker Bell with 8 off the bench. Pulls Altamont back within 6. 5:55 on the clock as Griffith crosses the timeline. Leaves it with Ganaway left side. He takes it towards the baseline. Cut off by the help defense. He flips it back out to Griffith. Bell recovers to him. Keenan Griffith pulls it out to the perimeter. Uses his quickness to get in the lane, but the help defender McManaway knocked it away, and the officials say it's off of Altamont as Griffith will inbound from the baseline.
Boy, off the dribble, Griffith's very very quick to get to the hole there.
St. Anthony looking to get it inbounded. They throw it to Waldorf right over the head of McManaway. He gets it back in the corner to Griffith. 3 on the way, no good. Johnson, the Altamont rebound. Got it to Melville. 5:30 on the clock. Melville's trotting it to the center circle. He crosses the timeline, goes to Miller. Low post, or low block rather, to Johnson in the short corner. Back out to Melville. Now to McManaway. McManaway brings it to the center circle to Bell. Now they go high post to Melville. Over to McManaway. Around a defender. Jump stop in the lane. Left the shot short. Rebounds out of bounds. And St. Anthony is set. Touched it last. Bulldogs fans can't believe it. Altamont fans cheer.
How that goes, huh?
Nate Lurkin's into the ball game, giving Jacob Johnson a breather for Altamont with 5:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Miller looking, has to lob it out top to Bell, who catches it by the timeline. Got it on the wing to McManaway. McManaway on the left side, bounces it high post to Melville. Melville in the corner to Miller. 3 is way too strong. Rebound, though, Melville on the weak side, absorbed some contact, got the shot up and in. Cade Melville with 10 makes at a 4-point game, 40-36 with 4:45 on the fourth quarter clock. Griffith across the timeline, hands it to Waldorf. Waldorf leaves it with Ganaway. Ganaway at the top of the key, now to the right side of it. Now over on the wing, hands it off to Waldorf, squares up for a 3. It's short. Rebound, Jansen and Melville tie each other up. Possession arrow keeps it with St. Anthony.
Jansen's got 5 offensive rebounds now because he kind of came out of nowhere to tie that one up. I thought that was going to be Altamont's board all the way, but he's able to get his nose in there, get that basketball. Another wet spot on the floor as Nate Lurkins takes a seat, and his mom is out there with the sweat mop to get things cleaned up.
He's an administrator here at Altamont. Cooper Powell comes in with his 4 fouls to replace Lurkins. Inbounds out top to Waldorf. They gamble for the steal, don't get it. Waldorf stops and pops. Free throw line jumper. Too strong. Bell with the rebound to Melville. Ahead to McManaway. McManaway on the left side. Fakes the shot. Now takes the shot at the bucket. McManaway puts it up and in. Altamont closed back within 2 as they're on a 6-0 run. St. Anthony's going to take the full timeout. With 4:09 to play in the ball game, it's St. Anthony 40, Altamont 38. You're listening to the championship game of the National Trail Conference Tournament on Classic Hit 97.9 XFM.
Every pass, every play, every moment. Powered by speed you can trust. American Fiber Network, your local internet service provider. Proudly supporting area schools and wishing all the teams the best of luck this week. Call them today, 217-367-1578.
While the action heats up on the court, take a charge against pests driving into your home. Arab Termite and Pest Control keeps the defense up to protect your investment from any unwanted pests all season long. See a bug? Call Arab. Protecting your home is always a slam dunk.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Diedrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC Tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
32. Altamont has came roaring back as they have cut it down to a 2-point contest, forcing Coach Cody Rinker to take the full timeout.
Got a good ball game going here. Looking for a good finish. I'm excited to see how it shakes out.
Lauritzen inbounds from the sideline to Freddie Jansen, who's played a heck of a game today for the Bulldogs. Got it back to Lauritzen. Handled by Miller out top. Miller kept pestering and got a little too close, and eventually the foul was called.
That's the last common foul that Altamont has to give. So they're going to have St. Anthony in the bonus for just over half of this period. And furthermore, Zane Miller's got his second foul.
Inbounds again from Lauritzen, this time to Griffith in the center circle to Waldorf. Waldorf gets a Ganaway screen, hits Ganaway on the roll to the basket, puts it up as it was challenged at the last second by McManaway. Left it short. Ganaway got the rebound, went up for another shot, no good. Melville the rebound ahead to McManaway, and as McManaway tried to bounce it across to a teammate, he was fouled by Griffin Fahey, so it'll be Altamont to inbound the ball under the basket.
Keenan Griffith picks up his second. That's only 2 team fouls for St. Anthony, so in a situation like that, you can kind of make a little contact.
Melville catches on the right wing on the inbound. You can tell from the crowd that he buried the 3. He gives Altamont the lead back, 41-40. 3:33 and counting as Larissa hands it off to Ganaway to Griffith. Griffith to the right baseline, cut off by McManaway. To Ganaway, back to Griffith. Griffith out top, works it over to Jansen at the center circle. He hands it off to Waldorf. He cuts down the lane. McManaway with the help defense. He gets it back to Griffith. Keenan Griffith, huge 3. He buries it from out top. Keenan Griffith with 8 makes it 43-41, back to a Bulldog advantage. Melville across the timeline, hands it to Powell's right wing, back out top to Zane Miller, over to Bell left side. Bell looks over the St. Anthony zone. They get it to Melville in the middle. He's at the free throw line. Goes to Bell. Corner 3, off the rim, no good. McManaway a rebound, got it swiped away by Ganaway, and it'll be Altamont ball along the baseline.
Pretty good look in the corner for Bell. Had time to step into that shot and put it up. Couldn't knock it down from the corner.
Going to be a tricky inbound spot.
Yeah, from where he's at, yeah.
But Powell will lob it to Melville, who made the catch over Griffith. Took it to the basket from the left wing, got into the lane, and Melville lays it up and in.
I think Keenan would have liked to grab him and just got a foul there, but Melville just beat him to the basket.
Now Larissa takes it to the left baseline. Puts up a tough shot over Bell, and Bell grabs the rebound as they hit the rim and came back to him. It's 43-43 with 2:25 on the clock. Melville walks across the timeline as he's picked up by Griffith. Now goes to the right wing. Puts it out top to Bell. Bell circles, gets into the paint. Shot left short as he split defenders. Ganaway with the rebound. St. Anthony will have numbers as they push it with Keenan Griffith. They get it on the side to Ganaway. Bell's back into the fray. Ganaway looks to the baseline for Jansen. Jansen looks for the cutter. It's walled off. Altamont knocks the ball away, but it's a foul preventing the layup.
I was going to say, that's 2 points easy for Waldorf if you don't foul him. And he's not automatic at the free throw line, but boy, that was going to be automatic as he was streaking toward the basket. Things broke down the lane a little bit. He would have had a wide open layup.
It was a great touch and a great pass.
Absolutely.
As the free throw on the way for Waldorf is up and good. So I have him with 18 in the ball game. Makes it 44-43 with 1:59 showing in the contest.
I agree with the point total.
Melville pick up that foul?
He did. That's just his first, though.
Here's the next from Waldorf. It's up. It's good. He hit them both. He has 19. And we've got a full timeout taken by Altamont. With 1:59 on the clock, it's St. Anthony 45, Altamont 43. We'll be back in 30 seconds to the championship game of the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Diedrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market.
This capacity crowd has enjoyed every second of this championship game, and it's been worth all the $5 that they paid to get in here. There is standing room only around the top of this horseshoe gymnasium.
Yep.
As it's St. Anthony 45, Altamont 43. Altamont took the timeout. We believe each team has 3 timeouts left. As teams break the huddle, Altamont will inbound from the baseline. St. Anthony showing looks to be full court man-to-man to me. Officials are making sure everybody's set to go. They tell Zane Miller he can run the baseline. Now they give it to him, and he bounces it into Melville. Altamont clears out and lets Melville bring it up against Ganaway, except he flips it to Miller at the timeline. To Bell, he's on the left wing, circles to the top of the key, spins back to the left. Got the ball loose. I don't know if Larissa knocked it away or if he just lost it on the way up. Either way, St. Anthony comes out of there with it as Larissa picked it out of the air. Minute 35 on the clock as Griffith is trying to work around McManaway. and Griffith is called for the hook as he put the arm out and hooked McManaway on his way to the basket.
Well, that's the second foul of the game, third foul of the game for Keenan Griffith, and the second turnover of the quarter for the Bulldogs, and one that Altamont definitely needed pretty badly there.
So Altamont inbounds from the sideline and backcourt to Powell, who hands it to Melville. Melville with 1:30 on the clock brings it to the right side. Ganaway's got him. Now he's picked up his dribble on the wing, looking for help, gets it out to Miller. Miller matched up with Griffith. Coming back to get it is Melville, way out on the right side. He moves to the right wing, now takes it to the baseline. Got triple team, still has the ball, looks across for Bell. He's open for a left side three, and it rattles in. Parker Bell knocks it down. He has 11. Altamont's up 1 with a minute on the clock. Griffith to the timeline. Works against Altamont's man-to-man. Takes it to the right side. Takes it to the baseline. Gets a runner up. No good. But there's a bump and a foul. They say that I believe Bell was the one that hit him as Griffith put up the runner on the baseline.
Couple free throws coming up for the Bulldogs. We're under a minute to go. Parker Bell's got 2. Altamont's been over the limit for a while.
50.8 seconds on the clock. 46-45. Keenan Griffith puts the free throw up, and it's good. He ties it at 46. Seems like everybody in the gym collectively takes a deep breath here. They give the ball back to Griffith in a tie ball game. The free throw is up. Off the front of the rim, left it short. Dave Melville has the rebound for Altamont. He walks it to the timeline in a tie ball game. Both teams have timeouts that they can use. Altamont with the ball on the right wing now with Melville on the dribble. He backs it back out. Picked up with by Keenan Griffith. He gets a step. He moves to the right side. Out top to Miller. Left side of the top of the 2-3. He buried it. Zane Miller makes it 49-46 with 20 seconds on the clock. Altamont with a 3-point lead. St. Anthony will take the timeout. With 19.9 seconds to play, it's Altamont leading 49-46. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Back at Altamont, 49-46. Altamont has taken the 3-point lead, 19.9 seconds left. It'll be St. Anthony inbounding on their side of the court from along the sideline.
The three-point shooting hasn't always been there for Altamont tonight, but boy, down the stretch in this fourth quarter, they have hit some monster triples. Miller and Bell, Melville all taking their turn down the stretch, and now monumental possession for St. Anthony here with under 20 seconds left.
Remember, Altamont committed 5 fouls. If they foul, they'll send them to the line, but it is a 3-point game. Inbounds to Griffith. Griffith picked up by McManaway. Now on the switch, Powell. They get it out top to Waldorf. A deep 3 is short. Rebound, Powell has it with 10.3 seconds on the clock. Powell is fouled, and the Altamont fans are erupting, but Powell will go to the line for some huge free throws.
Still 10.3 seconds left, so yeah, he's not going to. There's only 4 team fouls. That is Griffith's fourth foul.
So Powell will be asked to inbound. He's got to find somewhere to go with it. Altamont has timeouts if they need them. Powell gets it into McManaway. Double teamed in the corner. He's fouled. It's either Lauritzen or Waldorf. In a sense, it doesn't matter. It's going to be Cooper Powell McManaway going to the line for a couple of big free throws now for Altamont with 8.9 seconds to play.
It's Lauritzen picking up his second. And now it results in free throws, but now you're down to 8.9 seconds left. So McManaway could make either one of these. St. Anthony's in a bad way.
Sophomore from Altamont takes his dribbles, Takes his time. The free throw is up, and it rims off. No good. Cade Melville runs down to offer some encouragement, and now John Niebrigi takes the 30-second timeout. So we're going to keep it right here. 8.9 seconds on the clock. Cooper Powell's at the line, or he's saying Powell. It's Cooper McManaway at the line. 49-46 to score. Altamont leads by 3.
I mean, obviously, if you're St. Anthony, you hope he misses another one. I would imagine Cody goes ahead and burns a timeout, unless they just get a run out for some reason, but they've got to have a three-pointer at this point. I don't think you can play for anything else. You don't have time to try and go 2 possessions.
Remember, late in the game at North Clay, in an overtime affair, Coach Niebrigi called the timeout with McManaway missing the first free throw. He came out and made the second in that contest. Coach Niebrigi's hoping for a repeat performance here from his sophomore. Altamont has all 4 of their players at the timeline and nobody at the basket. St. Anthony has 4 players around the lane as the free throw is up. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound Laritson. He hands it to Griffith. Griffith is fouled with 5.2 seconds on the clock as he got to the timeline. Altamont failing. They're up by 3. Elects to send them to the line.
There's always been a debate about what to do in this situation when you're in the bonus, but you're up, when the other team's in the bonus, you're up 3, whether to put them on the line or not. Altamont chooses to go with this strategy. Now Griffith with 2.
The senior puts the first one up. It hits the front of the rim, the backboard, and settles in. Keenan Griffith with 10 tonight. Makes it 49-47. Jacob Johnson in for Parker Bow, as Johnson is a big-time rebounder for Altamont.
That's what you need here. If Griffith misses this one, you got to secure the board if you're Altamont.
Here's the free throw. It's up. It rattles around, spins around, and drops in. He has 11. Keenan Griffith will head to the bench, as coming in is Blake Burdine after the made free throw.
Because you got to foul immediately. No choice. You got to do it quickly.
Inbound from Powell to Melville. Melville caught it along the sideline and the baseline. And as soon as he caught it, he just put 2 arms around it and stayed strong and got fouled with 4.3 seconds left.
And that's why if you're St. Anthony, you got to get Griffith out of there, because you don't have time to say, well, this person can't foul. You got to have 5 guys on the floor that can commit it as soon as the catch is made. Only about a second came off the clock. So even if Melville makes both of these, it's going to give the Bulldogs a fighting chance.
Free throw for Melville, rattles around and pops out, no good. Checking back into the ball game is Keenan Griffith. He replaces Blake Burdine, and now we have a timeout for St. Anthony. 4.3 seconds on the clock. Altamont leads 49-48, and we're going to keep it right here to make sure we don't miss any of the action here at the conclusion, we think, of this 90th National Trail Conference Tournament.
It's not going to be over even after this free throw goes up, make or miss, because that first miss means that St. Anthony's going to have a chance to tie or take the lead. 4.3 seconds. Yeah, it's not a lot of time, but you look at these guys that the Bulldogs have. They've got plenty of people that are capable of getting a rebound and getting right down the floor. They don't really have anybody that has to find a guard to dribble it up the floor. So they're going to get a look. I mean, if you're Altamont, you really need to make this, so they have to take it out of bounds, get it inbounded, and don't have that run out. They've got that extra bit of the court that they have to cover to get down from one end to the other in 4.5 seconds.
And St. Anthony does have a timeout available to him, too. I would look for him to ask for it if it's a miss and a quick rebound. We'll see. 4.3 on the clock as Cade Melville's back at the line. Altamont leads by 1 as the free throw is up, and that one's good. Melville with 16. Laritson inbounds to Griffith. Griffith to the timeline. 2 seconds left. To the left side. Fires a 3. Gets the shot at the buzzer, and Keenan Griffith gives the Bulldogs the victory as he brought it up the right sideline, got halfway between the wing and the corner, fired up the 3, and got it to go. Keenan Griffith stuns Altamont and gives St. Anthony the victory, 51-50. Wow, what a shot at a big time.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He wasn't on balance either. I mean, he was falling to his right. Had to get rid of that one. What a dagger, a classic game, but man, tough for the Altamont kids.
And the Altamont defender was right there and played it correctly by going straight up. They couldn't afford to foul in that sort of spot. So, what a finish. St. Anthony, your 90th annual National Trail Conference Tournament champions, as they hit a shot at the buzzer from Keenan Griffith, and they get the win 51-50. They are getting prepared to present the trophy, the traveling trophy, to the victor, the St. Anthony Bulldogs. But first, they also have the cheerleading trophy to present. So the cheerleading competition was introduced. And now they will announce the winner. That's Scott Beal. The PA announcer for Altamont makes the announcement. St. Anthony wins the cheerleading competition. As they introduce the competition that has brought more excitement to the event, as they were judged on Wednesday and Thursday. And St. Anthony, the champions of the traveling cheering trophy as well. Jamie Van Sock, the National Trail Conference president, has the game ball in one hand, has the traveling trophy in the other, as he is presenting those to the St. Anthony Bulldogs. Senior leaders Keenan Griffith and Aiden Lauritsen step forward to take the trophy, and they quickly share it with the rest of their team. And now part of the student section comes out of the crowd to celebrate with St. Anthony as they hold the trophy high. As 51-50, they get the victory on a buzzer beater from Keenan Griffith as he hit the three from the right side to give the Bulldogs the victory, 51-50. That celebration breaks up, and now they're getting set to present the all-tournament team members. As they also began to give the Todd Arnold MVP Award. In January of 2018, the National Trail Conference and the Altamont community suffered a loss of a great friend and mentor with the untimely passing of Mr. Todd Arnold. That spring, the athletic directors of the NTC Conference decided to unanimously name the most valuable player for the boys basketball tournament in Todd Arnold. The Arnold family will be here to present the awards for the all-tournament team, as well as the Todd Arnold Memorial Most Valuable Player Award. And the first recognized from North Clay, Mason Byers. Waiting to see if Mason's in the crowd to make his way down. Meanwhile, they announce Wyatt Weatherall from Windsor Sioux Strong. There's Mason Byers that's made it to the court. The next to be recognized, South Central's junior, Weston Nielsen. As Wyatt Weatherall now makes his way out onto the court. It's hard to fight through this big crowd.
There's a few people here, aren't there?
He accepts his all-tournament plaque. There are 12 members. Cumberland's Cameron Radel, all-tournament team member, the junior for the Pirates. Believe he's here tonight. He is making his way out of the crowd.
No, his folks were around.
The big crowd roars for Keenan Griffith, all-tournament team member, as he knocks down the three to seal the victory for St. Anthony. But he is a steady influence for the Bulldogs and has been throughout the season and again here in the tournament. Cody Zemdar, the senior from North Clay, is in attendance. He will make his way down and around. It'll take him a little bit to get to the floor as I see him progressing. So they move on to Neoga's Braden Ray. Braden Ray also here, also has to make his way through the crowd. So they'll show up on the court here in just a little bit. Dietrich Brockniemer, the hard-working senior from Dietrich, was sitting in the black chair, so he makes his way onto the court. And now we see Cody Zemdars. And now making his way onto the court is Braden Ray as well. Isaac Vanetta, an all-tournament team member. Cumberland Pirate, whose team finished third in their first edition of the NTC.
I like that pick, by the way. Understated player, but a good hard worker. Does a lot of little things for that team.
From Altamont, Cooper McManaway, recognized as an all-tournament team member. The sophomore steps forward to accept this plaque and gets congratulations and offers them as well to his fellow all-tournament team members. And Cade Melville of Altamont, also recognized as an all-tournament team member, and that's pretty much a no-doubter.
We're down to the post-cycle there for January 2018 National Trail Conference. The Altamont Community Summit along with Brandon Bigler. Same time exactly as the top. That's the many administrators that the trail conference has had unanimously. They have one national player award for the boys basketball tournament in honor. For Pregame tonight, welcome to South Saturday here. They've been presenting the alternative team awards as well as the player award. At this time, I'd like to repeat the rules and the player award. That goes to from St. Anthony, Miles Waldorf.
St. Anthony's Miles Waldorf, recognized as the tournament MVP this year in the 90th annual edition of the National Trail Conference Tournament. He accepts the Todd Arnold MVP award. Pretty good group of athletes out there with those all-tournament plaques, indeed. 51-50, the final score. St. Anthony with a 3 at the buzzer to get the victory over Altamont to claim an epic championship game here at the 90th edition of the National Trail Conference Tournament. Again, final score, 51-50. Dustin's been working on the stats. I believe that's all the announcements that they have for us here, as we will send it back to the studios for 90 seconds rather. Come back with Dustin's stats. We'll see how quickly we can get chats from the coaches as we wrap up the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament Championship. It's a win for St. Anthony, 51-50 over Altamont, and you caught all the action all week here on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Spring registration is underway at Lakeland College. Apply today and prepare for a career or gain a new skill. Flexible schedules with in-person and online classes. Lakeland College. Education that fits your life.
VP Fire and Security wishes all the schools good luck at the tournament. Let us help keep your family safe and your business protected by providing a customized fire and security system. Play hard, stay safe.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Always roofing up a win. And don't forget to tell them Pete sent you.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. Call Mitchell or Sherry today at 217-690-3240.
Good luck to all our area teams. From Air Evac 28 of Effingham, when seconds count, we're proud to stand with our community, committed to bringing life-saving emergency critical care transport to rural Americans. Stay safe and play hard.
Packed house at Altamont starts to clear out after the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament Championship concludes with a buzzer-beating three from Keenan Griffith. Altamont had a chance to secure it at the free throw line, couldn't get it done as they left the door open, up by 2. St. Anthony inbounded the ball after Melville made the second of 2 free throws, brought it up the right side of the court. Keenan Griffith on the dribble the entire time with a man right there with him the entire time. Got to the kind of the wing, not quite down to the corner, rose up on a 3 just ahead of the buzzer and knocked it down to give St. Anthony the 51-50 victory.
The free throws they did come up huge, you know. I mean, Altamont only shot 4 of them in that fourth quarter, but only made 1 of them. Obviously, any one of those others would have meant we'd probably still be playing basketball right now. But that's that's the way it goes. And none of that takes away from what kind of a shot Keenan Griffith just hit. I mean, that has got to be one of the all-time moments in this National Trail Conference tournament. Somehow, the third time that a game in the NTC Championship has been decided between Altamont and St. Anthony on a buzzer beater. And do not ask me how Kurt Becker comes up with this stuff so fast. But we got a text within minutes of that game ending saying that that's the third time it's ended that way between these two teams. 1980, Dennis Warman scores on a layup at the buzzer to give St. Anthony a 57-56 victory over Altamont. In 1990, Doug Losh drains a shot at the buzzer in overtime to give Altamont a 64-63 win. 2026, Keenan Griffith scores at the buzzer to give St. Anthony a 51-50 triumph. Thanks as always to Kurt. Always. Don't know how he pulls that stuff out, but man, what a finish. And the Bulldogs are the winners again in this tournament. And I've got some statistics from it if we're ready for that.
Absolutely.
Altamont shot 47.5% in this game, 19 out of 40 from the field. Indians 8 of 14 at the free throw line, 57.1%, 4 out of 12 at from three-point range, 33% there. St. Anthony, 35% shooting, 15 of 43 from the field. Bulldogs, 13 of 16 at the line. That's 81.3%. And they made 7 out of 23 pointers, 35%. And the 7th of those was the game winner for Keenan Griffith. Altamont out-rebounded St. Anthony 32-25, committed 11 turnovers to the Bulldogs 8. Indians got 16 points tonight from Cade Melville. 6 of 10 from the field, 2 out of 5 from three-point range, 2 for 4 at the line. He had 7 rebounds. He had 5 assists. He had 2 blocked shots. And that's just another game for Cade Melville in this NTC tournament. Extremely deserving all-tournament team selection. 16-7 for him. 12 points for Cooper McManaway, 5 of 9 from the field. He was 2 out of 6 at the free throw line, 3 rebounds and an assist for him. And 11 points off the bench for Parker Bell tonight. Great effort for him. Hit an enormous three-pointer at the time in the fourth quarter. He was 4 for 7 from the field, 1 out of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 for 2 at the line, 4 rebounds for Parker. 6 points for Jacob Johnson on 2 of 3 shooting. He was 2 for 2 at the line. He had 2 rebounds. 5 points for Zane Miller on 2 of 6 shooting from the field. 6 rebounds and an assist for him. Cooper Powell didn't score tonight, 0 for 2 from the field with 3 rebounds. Nate Lurkins 0 for 1 from the field with a couple of rebounds. And Blake Berg 0 for 2 from the field with a rebound. Those are your Altamont team statistics. We'll get to St. Anthony's team numbers, or rather their individual numbers, in a moment. But Coach Cody Rinker has made his way out of the locker room and up here to talk about one of the best finishes I could imagine here at this NTC tournament. And his victorious Bulldogs get the win. And here is Matt to talk to Coach Rinker.
Thank you very much, Dustin and Coach. Obviously, first and foremost, congratulations on fighting your way through this tournament to get to the championship game and come away with a victory.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was a heck of a ball game. It was a great. I don't even. I'm not going to say that I've been okay with losing. Never okay with losing, but it was a shame somebody had to lose that game. It really was. The way both teams played and battled, Coach Nieberge and the chess match game we were trying to play with each other. It was a lot of fun, and it was a shame that somebody had to lose. But I thought our boys did a great job battling and fighting. I mean, they could have easily folded there a couple times. They didn't, and we were able to make just one more play. We were able to make one more play to get the win.
This was a heavyweight bout with teams trading blows back and forth throughout the game. Neither team led by more than 8 points, which was your lead in the late in that fourth quarter. And Altamont made a charge, was able to cut it down, and eventually took the lead away as these two teams just continued to fight back and forth the whole night.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, up 8. What was it, 4 minutes left, you said?
Somewhere in
there. That's the part we got to work on. However, shot falls. I mean, we ran a set, and Johnny had that layup and just couldn't get it to go, and then had his putback, couldn't get it to go, and that I felt like was kind of the turn of the tides. And then you just the one time we relaxed on Millville all night was the one that he buries and puts him up, and then Keeney comes back and answers. It was. Yeah, so I'd like to see us close it out a little better than that, obviously, but, our boys hung in there and stuck with it, and got to credit Altamont for their fight and their execution there down the stretch to come back from that.
We talked in the pregame show that to us it was no surprise to see the teams who basically have played through the toughest schedule of the season of these conference teams make it to the championship game, and it shows that they're both resilient in the way that this game was played out.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's part of the reason we schedule the way we do, is to make sure we're ready for games like this. I mean, the Altamont's defense was on point tonight. John can't, I don't think he may, but they were on point. We couldn't drive by them, we couldn't pass by them. It was really difficult, and that's a credit to the teams they've been playing and had to get better at it, and team credit to us to be able to continue to fight through that, and the teams we've been playing to have to overcome some of those adversities throughout the season to get to this point.
You mentioned Johnny Ganaway. Again, a great effort from him, though, in this ball game. Came up with 7 points. And Freddie Jansen. How big was Freddie tonight? We had him with 9 points. He grabbed a bunch of boards and really provided a nice punch for your club.
He did. And someday he's going to figure out how to get that ball up to the backboard whenever he gets fouled on those. We're going to start getting some and ones. But, yeah, his rebounding, his defense, both of those two there. I mean, you can't say enough about their length and the way they anticipate and rotate. And then offensively tonight to have 16, right, if my math is correct there, to have 16 from those two, 7 and 9, makes 6. All right, good. I did teach 5th grade math once upon a time. That to get 16 from those guys in a game like this is huge.
Aiden Larison only hit a couple of free throws for you, but he's a kid you can't not have on the court because he does so much of the dirty work, the good defense, the rebounding, and taking care of the ball, too.
He does, yeah. I mean, Aiden is so valuable there with his energy, his positivity, the way he's such a team guy. I thought he had that one here on the baseline there with 2:30 left. I mean, yeah, didn't quite have the offensive night, but Johnny and Freddie stepped up for him. But yeah, what he does from a defensive standpoint, a rebounding standpoint, and a hustling standpoint is, he's our glue guy. He's our heartbeat sometimes, how hard he plays, and, that was still evident tonight with me being very limited in getting him off the court.
Altamont at the line, up by 1 with Melville there. You had taken a timeout prior to that free throw.
Yeah.
He does hit the second free throw. St. Anthony has to take it out of bounds. You do have timeouts left, but you got the ball to your most experienced player, your point guard, Keenan Griffith, and he just brought it up the right side of the court with a man right on him the whole time, but was able to rise above and knock down, just a monster 3.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wanted the shot to come from him or Keenan, or Keenan or Miles. So Keenan's usually on there. He's our ball handler, so we wanted to get to him first. The goal, we tried to run the little set where we upscreen from Miles to get a 3, and we had it, and he missed the 1. So but the way they guarded it, it was so difficult. We didn't want to do that again, so we wanted to run him off of a screen And I told Keenan, I said, if he's open, hit him. He'll bury it. If he's not open, make a shot. Well, he did a really good job of listening to me, and he made the shot. That was a great play by a great player. Such an even-keeled player all the time. He never gets too rattled, too high or too low, and that was a huge shot. And I'm proud of and happy for my senior that he was able to have that moment.
And then we get to the tournament MVP, Miles Waldorf. You mentioned the Altamont defense was difficult to deal with all night long, and you look up, and Miles has 19 in this ball game. And you wonder how almost anybody was able to score in double figures for either team with the way the defenses were focused so well here this evening.
Yeah, he was dialed up from the get-go. You could tell that in his shots. He did a great job of hunting the paint early. He settled for some threes, as all of my guys I felt did early in the game. But, he came out, got his wind about and got his second legs, and then he was able to go in and get us going again with that back cut. Just played a great all-around game there, too. His defense, where he was able to dive in there and grab, make some loose balls, get some steals. But when he gets space and he gets going, he's been like that since we've had him in our program, he gets hot. That ball's going in almost all the time. So he did a great job. And I thought he did a great job this week of carrying himself. His demeanor was great. He's coming along. He's learning. And I think that's the thing I'm proud about most of him is how much he's learning and growing as a teammate here this season as well.
Is your club going to be able to use this as a springboard into the final third of the season?
I'd like to think so. There's still some things we got to clean up and get better at. But I thought we battled on the board so well tonight. Kind of like that double overtime win we had at Dieter, kind of springboarded us into the next little bit. And you'd like to think this gives us some more confidence beating a team of this caliber on their home court. And even if we would have lost, hopefully springboarded us with the way we played. But you never know. We're a high school basketball team, so you never know. February is a tough month because you're all looking forward to postseason, and you got to really grind it out.
Well, we'll be with you a couple of times next week as the schedule continues to be a challenge for the Bulldogs.
But Casey Westfield and T-Town next week, so it doesn't really get any easier and moving forward.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the victory. Congratulations to your Bulldogs as they're the 90th annual National Trail Conference Tournament champs. That's Cody Rinker, nice enough to spend some time with us after the ball game as he hands the headsets off, and we will turn back to Dustin for more of those individual stats, and hopefully we'll catch Coach John Niebrugge in just a moment or two.
Yeah, I got through Altamont's individual numbers for St. Anthony. Miles Waldorf again with the 19 points tonight, 6 of 15 from the field. It really came alive in the second half. Knocked down all three of his three-pointers in the second half. He was 3 out of 8 overall from beyond the arc, 4 for 6 at the free throw line with a couple of assists. 13 points for Keenan Griffith, 4 of 12 from the field. He was 0 for 4 from three-point range in the first half. He was 3 out of 5 in the second half, 2 out of 3 in the fourth quarter, and had a 2 for 2 trip to the free throw line as well. He had 3 rebounds and an assist, and obviously the game-winning shots, quite a performance for Keenan. 9 points for Freddie Jansen. You guys talked a lot about him. 2 out of 3 from the field, but 5 out of 6 at the line. 5 rebounds all on the offensive glass with a couple of assists. 7 points for Johnny Ganaway. 3 out of 6 from the field. Made the only three-pointer he took, and that was a pretty big one there in the third quarter. He had 9 rebounds, so really solid performance for Johnny, and don't forget about a couple of blocked shots as well. 2 points for Aiden Laritzen, 0 for 4 from the field, 2 out of 2 at the line with 3 rebounds. Blake Burdine 0 for 1 shooting tonight. He had a rebound and an assist. Gabe Lumen 0 for 1 from the field with a couple of boards. And Cooper Sahe saw a minute or two of action there in the second quarter. He did not get a chance to put up any shots for the Bulldogs, but St. Anthony moves to 17-7 on the year. They get the win, and of course they are the NTC champions yet again. Altamont 14-8 on the year as they take a tough loss. But boy, another great game they played against a great opponent. Just didn't quite go the Indians' way. 51-50 your final.
Well, thank you very much, Dustin. We appreciate your work all week long. Did a great job with the color work, the play-by-play, the stat work. I have one more stat that's been passed along to us from Liz and Caleb. They say we crossed into the 1,500 viewers list during this contest. So we really appreciate everybody involved with making that possible with our live stream sponsors, everybody who helped get that technology working here at Altamont, and especially Caleb and Liz, who were with it for all 15 games of this National Trail Conference tournament. Also would like to say thank you to the staff and administration here at Altamont. They do a great job. They were more than accommodating to us, and we appreciate them allowing us to be here to broadcast and live stream all of these games and make that happen. And it doesn't happen without everybody working back at the station to make it possible. Gale engineering all of these games all over long. It's a challenge to deal with Dustin and I back at the studios, and we appreciate her effort there as well. The sales staff, the programming directors, the station managers, everybody involved, allowing us to be a part of this 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament from the radio station side. We certainly appreciate that, and of course, we appreciate our sponsors so much. Without them, it obviously wouldn't be possible, and without the listeners and the viewers in this case, it wouldn't be possible for us to broadcast these games as well.
I want to throw one more thing in there, too. All the coaches from across the conference listen, I know it's not necessarily all their comfort zone. Some of them aren't used to having to do that after a game, but everybody has cooperated with us and come over and not only talked to us, but had really good things to say, really interesting and insightful things to say. And, this is our home conference. We love the NTC. We love covering it. We want to hear about their teams and hear what they've got to say. And so we're glad that they're willing to do that and step outside their comfort zone at times to give us a piece of their mind. So I just wanted to get that out there. And, of course, to our families for dealing with the fact that we're not too useful around the house for this week.
Even less useful in my case would probably be the case. It would be the way to say it. But absolutely, they are a big part of why we were able to do that and why we were able to join you throughout a very busy and hectic week. As we say all our thank yous, as we are still hoping to get a chance to talk with John Niebrugge. He has a lot of media responsibilities after the game, and we understand that. And we are looking forward to still chatting with him. We want to give him that opportunity as we get set to close out the National Trail Conference tournament coverage, as it's just been a fantastic week. And again, thanks to everybody that we mentioned. And as you mentioned, thanks to the coaches, the ADs, everybody that helps us get these, get the coaches and these interviews done. And it can be a challenge to have the interviews after a ball game for these coaches, especially after a tough win or a tough loss in this case. And Coach Niebrugge joins us. And Coach, obviously disappointed in the score at the end of the night, but man, there was a lot to take from this game and a hard-fought battle that can only be, in my mind, an experience that your club can build on coming through the stretch of the year.
Yeah, nobody wants to be on the end of that, and you could always second guess every play, every free throw, every coach's decision. You just hate to be on the bottom of that, the loss column on that, but this was a fun matchup. It was a nice, 1A, two teams that didn't want to quit because both teams got down 6 to 8, 10 points and never gave up. Early on the baskets were hard to come by, but I thought it was a well played basketball game.
And I expressed Coach Rinker the same thought of this is just a title bout with boxers just trading blows throughout this contest. And every once in a while you thought one of you was on the ropes and then the other would come out swinging and be able to get themselves back into it, so to speak. And,
right.
And that type of battle, that is so much fun for the crowd and so much fun for these kids. And it can be heartbreaking as it ends like this, but these teams will certainly learn a lot from this experience.
Yeah, basketball, it reveals your character, and I thought these guys, didn't give up throughout the game. And at the game, they're very disappointed. It's not going to be their low point in their life, I promise you. Feels bad now, but Shanny's a really well-coached team. They executed down there at the end. I don't know if it was their actual play, but I think Connor just went and made a good shot. Against, I thought we were well defended. It was a good senior kid hit a big shot. Excuse me.
That's okay.
They two good teams. I hope we learn from it. I thought we were a little shell-shocked earlier. We were standing and watching. We played too many big games. We played too many good teams this year to be shell-shocked the way we were. We were just standing around kind of caught in the moment. But I thought we did a better job in the second half, not just playing basketball.
And you mentioned you played too many good teams this season, and it's been noted by almost everybody that Altamont has the toughest 1A schedule in the state for 1A basketball. And you come against St. Anthony, who has a very tough schedule as well, as they are 2A this year.
Yep.
And you look at that, it's no surprise that both of those schools fought their way into this championship game.
Yeah. Me and Cody talking before the game, we just, it's always a pleasure to play against him. We're happy with, we like to go against each other. I'm sure other teams would love to be in our position.
Mm-hmm.
They play a heavy 2A schedule for a 1A. They're 2A now, but they've been 1A in the past.
Sure.
It was just two good teams, right? It sucks that someone had to lose that one.
And that's the sentiment that was expressed earlier, as well as we saw when this tournament bracket broke that whoever was in that 4-5 seed,
right,
if they were going to come out of this with a victory, it was going to be 3 tough games, and your kids responded to each and every one of them. And a shot at the buzzer gets you. But, boy, Cade Melville showed why he is such a presence and a force, finishing with 16 points. Sophomore Cooper McManaway also makes the all-tournament team. He come up big tonight at times for you as well. And how big was Parker Bell tonight coming off the bench with that offensive punch that you can bring in?
Yeah, he's really exploded off the bench role. And Cooper Powell has done a really good job, for starting for us. Sorry. Cade hit big shot. That shot in the arm. I wish we could have not did the scholarships right at halftime. It kind of killed our mojo in the locker room. Kids were like waiting for him to celebrate a little bit, but that was a big shot, just to get us a little lead going into halftime. So proud of my boys. Proud of none of them ever quit. Parker's playing well. Zane had a big shot. He didn't have a great night, but he had that big shot.
Huge.
And we got guys that they're not scared of the moment. They showed that tonight.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming up and chatting with us. We know you got a lot to do after a game like this, but we always appreciate you spending time with us.
Appreciate you guys all week. It's always a great atmosphere online. I get to watch it at home, and you guys do one of the top-notch jobs in the state of Illinois for this tournament. So I appreciate it, guys.
Well, thank you very much. John Nieberge with some kind words for us. Thanks, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it. Hope we'll see you down the road.
Oh, we'll have you a couple of times. It should be fun. Coach John Nieberge, the Altamont Indians, nice enough to visit with us as well. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us tonight, Dustin. We mentioned all the thank yous before we had the interview with Coach Nieberge.
Yep.
But again, Liz and Caleb did a fantastic job, as did Gail back at the studios. Dustin, it's always a pleasure to work with you all week. I'm sure you're sick of me now, but you get a couple of days off before Tuesday when we're back at it again.
It's fun, but I'm tired. I'm okay with not doing a basketball game tomorrow. And, have to watch that Illini game, Hopefully they can get a big win over Nebraska tomorrow. But it'll be nice to get away from doing multiple games a day. But by the same token, man, do I love coming over here. This is so much fun. And, we get a lot of comments from a lot of people throughout the week about how much they like the fact that we are here and that we do this. Glad that we were able to expand that to the last day of the girls' tournament as well. I know that was very much appreciated. But this National Trail Conference is just excellent, and it deserves the attention that we hope are helping it get.
That's Dustin White. I'm Matt Robinson. Thanks for joining us for high school basketball in the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. Earlier today, a win for Neoga started us off as they defeated South Central 55-41 as the consolation championship went to North Clay 83-69. Cumberland picked up the third-place victory 57-50, and St. Anthony with a three-pointer from Keenan Griffith at the buzzer defeats Altamont 51-50 to claim the 90th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament title. For Caleb and Liz, for Gail and Dustin, I'm Matt Robinson. Thanks for joining us for the National Trail Conference Tournament coverage